My goodness. Am I ready to quit feeling like garbage? Some lemon juice in that hot toddy, baby. My goodness. Oh, it's going to be a day. Garbage, what up, Unwell? What up, Brooklyn? AP. T-Will's in here with some fire. Tomlin. Uh-oh. What up, Chris?
I can't hear you.
We're live. Fix it. How was the shot? Hurt to sit down? No, I didn't have a shot. Goof, thanks for the 34 months, bro. Love you, bro. Forward down the field. Mother-loving field, boys. Check, 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 check. Chris cannot hear me. Also, your mic sounds like ass, bro. Hello there.
Why can't I hear my bro?
Chris, your mic is...
My mic is low?
It's not coming through here. Fix your Discord settings. Gosh. I remember my first stream. Hello, hello. Chad, I'm having a hot toddy. W or L? W or L?
We're hopping into the sports show with the brothers, the Blevins bros. What's up, guys?
Yeah, what's up, brother? I was just asking Chad if they thought that my hot toddy was a W or an L.
I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did. Possibly. Cat's out of the bag. Thank you, Mitch. Let's go straight into the where is it? I give it to right? Is that it? That's not it.
Do.
Chris, can you hear us?
I think I just did gameplay left, honestly.
Ty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Jonathan.
All right, dude. Jeez.
All right, can you hear me?
And you're annoying me, so stop.
Dude, why can't I hear you guys?
Tyler, are you really going to treat your brother that has pneumonia like this?
Don't
Now
have children,
we've
bro.
both had something we could have died from.
Ooh, that's not quite. I don't think that's. I mean, sure.
I just wanted to see your reaction. I love you, dude.
Oh, that's good. I just can't hear.
Listen, dude, people die. A lot of people die from pneumonia, man. All right. Now, I think melanoma. Chris, figure it out. You're a multi-millionaire.
50,000 adults died to pneumonia a year. Wow. The doc just kept calling me a specimen, Ty.
I highly.
I'm not even. They kept using the word specimen. Not gonna lie, kind of surprised by your blood pressure. I said
he thought it was gonna be like
bad,
just crazier.
and I was like, "Is it bad? Is it bad?" He goes, "It's perfect. You're kind of a specimen." I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay." He goes, "Let's check your oxygen." Checks my oxygen. I'm like, "I don't even know what that means." 98%. He goes, "Again, quite the specimen." I was like, "Okay, all right. What else?"
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yep, I'm good.
Have you guys ever had a hot toddy before?
Yeah. Is there alcohol in there, John?
Mm-hmm. My doctor told me I could have it. I said I'm hacking up along. I have a sports show tonight. What cough medicine do you recommend? He said, do not take cough medicine. You'll love this guy, Ty. He goes, do not take cough medicine. Absolute ripoff. Okay. He goes, it's not going to help you. It's just going to coat your throat for a little bit. He goes, I recommend a hot toddy. Are you a bourbon fan? I was like, yeah. He goes, put a bunch of lemon juice and a bunch of honey in there, so a cinnamon stick, and go to town.
Oh, you're in heaven. He said that you're in heaven, bro.
Dude, I got a little cinnamon stick in there too. You can't see it, but it's leaving a ring.
All right, I think I'm good now.
Good.
All right, can you hear us?
Yep.
All right, I have both the images already preloaded on my OBS scene, ready to go. Just need to pop them in whenever we're doing our little.
Are you guys
Yep.
live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yes.
That's going to be the same thing, except no. We have to mention pick six only.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So we'll do that in the last hour.
Oh, wow.
Man, one of your Ty, is that your screen again or Chris's this time? That's tearing again.
If it's green, it's mine. But I mean, again,
Do we know what it is though?
It's probably I can probably just unplug my Brio and plug it back in, and that'll actually probably.
Just try it. I mean, I guess I'm wondering if I need to like upgrade my Discord, dude. You know how they have to boost your Discord or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know what that actually does.
That's definitely not it.
Okay, definitely not it. All right, sick, dude.
Right,
Oh, is that little chance?
It's
Let me get a giant glass of water real quick.
literally Navi.
Oh, Navi! I can't tell. So little laying on that little Squirtle thing.
It is a squid.
Yeah, okay, dude.
Oh, I know what it is, by the way. It's it's the wire. They use the different wire. Plug this in.
Yeah, I got pneumonia in my left lung. My middle son and daughter have it too. They've been on antibiotics for 24 hours. I'll be on antibiotics starting tonight. Jody's actually going to bring me the medicine during the show.
Didn't ask.
Penguins, Red Wings,
I'm
dude.
good.
0-0
This should be
after the
much better.
first.
It should stop screen sharing and stuff.
Sick.
That's good. I mean, the Penguins just got absolutely slaughtered.
Rusty came into the chat today talking some sheet.
That's interesting. You would think that he would not do that after they got absolutely pounded.
What was the end of
Dude,
what was the score of that game?
It was 5-0 at the end of the first period.
It was 5. Dude, listen to me, bro. I looked at that and I looked at the spread and I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm like, let me take I was like, let me take the Penguins, dude. They were like +1.5. I was like, let's go, man. Let's go Penguins. And I look back, it's like 0-0. This is how I remembered it. It was 0-0. I look over, it's 5 minutes into the first period, maybe even like 6 minutes, 0-0. I get a beer. We're watching, because this is the same game was going on during Monday night game. I look back over, 4 minutes later, it is 4-0.
Yeah.
I'm like, what just happened? And the Capitals are looking nice, by the way. I'm riding the Capitals money line until they lose.
Yeah, I trolled him back today, Ty, saying, you know how you open up the ESPN app and it shows you like one sport and you're not ever sure which one it's going to be? And I was like, I went and clicked NHL and I saw 6-0 and I thought, oh, I didn't click football. I meant to click NHL. Oh, and it was just the Penguins down 6-0. He was like, pound sand, dude.
Oh, that's funny, bro. Capitals are up 2-1. They're doing great, dude. They're
Chris,
doing
new
so
headset, bro?
I've had this for like 3 weeks, dude.
When
Lions blue, I love it.
With you. Sorry.
Guys, I spent 2 hours at the doctor today.
Didn't
2
ask, bro.
hours.
Didn't ask, John. I'm
Just
happy for you, though.
Makes me feel bad for Canadians. They have to wait 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy.
that is crazy. You know what else is crazy?
What is, dude? Tell me.
That we're about to have an incredible show tonight. Let's go, man. I'm ready when you guys are.
Oh, I was kind of getting into it just by kind of shooting shit.
Okay, I'm also down to keep doing that after I go get my water. I have to refill my water. I have to.
Fill up your water and we'll get going. Lord Goofa has his Sonic and Knuckles themed Gibbs Montgomery shirt on. Love that. Chris, did Julia tell you what I texted her?
What?
I said, well, so guys, Chris's wife is what is she? She's like more than a nurse.
She just has multiple jobs. She's a hospital nurse and a private practice nurse.
Okay. And so anytime Jody and I have questions, we text her. And chat told me today, Chris, chat told me that I shouldn't take any antibiotics and that I can just ask the doctor for a shot in the ass. Like a steroid shot. And they were being serious. Some of them still are like, I was being serious. So I text Julia and I was like, hey, my chat tells me I can get some butt juice instead of
Oh my God.
instead of pills. And she's laughing so hard. She's like, do not do that. She's like, John, it'll be the biggest needle you've ever seen. You hate needles. Don't listen to your chat. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild, dude.
Yeah. So I didn't, but I did ask the doctor just because I thought it would be funny. And he did laugh. So little bit of butt juice. Did not work. No shots in the butt today, Ty. You ready?
Yeah, ready. Let's go.
Let's dive in, guys.
Listen, guys.
Wow, you guys may not believe.
Oh, look, dude. She kind of walks like Yoda. just real slow, you know?
Okay. Not one
I'm
of
sorry,
your-
is
not
that
one of your-
offensive?
Not one of your best comparisons, is all I'll say.
You ever seen Yoda walk?
I don't think he walks like Navi.
Like a butt shuffle? We'll find a little clip. Someone will put it together.
Navi, dude, Navi walks like a baby polar bear.
She does, dude. She waddles. She's a waddler. And
I
she
love it.
waddled away. All right, sorry. I interrupted. Let's go.
How long were you live for?
I ended my stream.
Oh, so you
Like,
just went live again?
I won't lie. I've been live for 50 minutes.
Did you play a little
Nice.
fort?
I tried. Played about 30 minutes of it, and then the game hitched like 1,000 times in a row. I had 2 full 2-second freezes in the middle of a fight,
Yeah, it's weird.
and then I had 3 blanks with a shotgun. My gun started shooting by itself, and I
There you go.
I rage quit.
Is reload back?
Reload was back, and that was the only reason I was even playing Fortnite. I checked
Okay.
that first.
All
But,
right.
I mean, it's in shambles right now. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, they'll
When you-
fix it. They'll fix it.
I don't know what any of that means, guys.
You know who was in shambles the other day, guys? The Detroit Lions.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting absolutely smacked on the road in front of the entire world. We haven't had the sports show since that game yet. Sunday Night Football at Houston. Jared Goff, 5 interceptions, 3 in the first half. You two were a little panicky in the text messages. Chris, you started calm. And you kind of went
Chris
panicky
immediately
too.
Threatened. Chris threatened. He was like, I'm not sit
doing
here.
this.
The game just started. It was only 1 interception. And I was like, all right, that's fair.
Here's the thing. Okay. I knew going into that game how bad the Texans were in the second half. But I will say this, because I did get a little nervous. That game cured me. I am no
Cured?
longer.
In what way?
It cured that game. Cured my PTSD.
I don't know.
Like, so as we started, like when Goff threw the touchdown to St. Brown in the third quarter. You guys with me?
Yeah.
And the Texans still hadn't scored yet in the second half. I just started to become zen. And then when we pulled off the win, I literally think it cured years of trauma.
You just had a healing night.
It just felt like the exact opposite of what my entire life has been. Like my entire life, we've been the Texans in that situation.
Yep.
Yeah, like the Niners game last year.
Yeah, like the NFC Championship game. And then the Lions have one of the worst games of their career. And if you're not a Lions fan and you see the stat box of that game, all you're going to say is Goff sucks. But he doesn't. And that wasn't what happened. And we just played an awful game with 5 turnovers and won against a playoff team. And I'm cured. I think I'm honestly cured because when we punt the ball, I'm not panicking because we got Brian Branch,
Dude.
Kirby Joseph, Aleem McNeil. I know we
Davis.
miss Hutch. I know we miss Hutch a lot. But dude, we got some dogs on that defense.
I'm
Some
pumped.
absolute dogs. And so I think I'm a little bit just kind of cured, John. I don't think I'm ever gonna panic anymore.
That's not true. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I had quite the opposite feeling. Okay, and it's not about panic. It was embarrassment. We for the last couple of weeks, we were the best team. We're number 1 power ranking on a lot of people's power rankings. Everyone was talking about the Lions. Lions are going to the Super Bowl. Lions have the best odds to win the Super Bowl, 20% over the Chiefs, 15%. Right? Best offense, hottest offense in the NFL right now. We're crushed. We're blowing out teams by 30. The whole world is like, this is the new Lions. 7-1, going in Sunday Night Football. Everyone's watching. Right? This is the most hype we've ever had in our entire lives as a team, and it's not even close. And then we completely pull our pants down, ass out, and embarrass ourselves in the first half. And it was gut wrenching. And it wasn't just Navi's back. It wasn't just because I obviously had a lot riding on the game. I had a bunch of parlays it wasn't just that. It was because I didn't even care at that point. I wasn't even thinking about hedging. I was just watching the game, and my stomach was just in knots. And I was like, oh my God, everyone is going to think that we're just the biggest frauds. We're awful. We should not be losing. Why are we losing to this team that just lost to the Jets? throwing interceptions. Goff looks terrible. Like, we can't run. And I was embarrassed. And I was like, is this how good teams feel all the time when they're not winning every game? Because I don't know if I could feel like that. That's where I'm at. I don't know if I want to be in this position where if we're not winning, I have this gut wrenching like knife being twisted in my stomach. That's exactly what it felt like until the fourth quarter.
You know, it's funny you said I tweeted something during the game. I think it was like halftime or something. And because there's a lot, it's interesting. The world seems to love the Lions. Like I would say in general, most people love the Lions. But then you've got your diehard sports fans who live on Twitter, who are going to troll. They troll everyone, dude. Everyone but their team. They've been trolling Mahomes for 4 years. They trolled Brady for 15 years. They trolled Staff. They still troll Stafford after he won a Super Bowl. They come out now more because we're on the national stage. And so that first pick, bro, the amount of people that tweeted me, Goff sucks, bro. I was like, come on. The most efficient quarterback in the NFL so far this season throws a couple of picks in the first half. We're going to get into some of those picks, by the way. I've got some stuff I want to talk about. I found out what everyone's been asking me about for the whole week called the turnover-worthy plays. And Chris has brought that up quite a bit over the last year in our sports show. It's just absolutely crazy. So, Ty, you can't let that happen, bro. It's going to be the Lions should be good for the next few years. You can't let every single time that a bad because we're gonna get killed one time the next few years.
It wasn't.
I do love those fans. I love that you vent to us, Tyler. There are a couple people I follow. They're not Lions fans, but they're huge football fans of their team.
Yeah.
And they will just live tweet their immediate emotions, and it is really fun to read.
I can't do it. I can't. Because if I tweeted any of the shit that I texted you guys, people would have been. I mean, I could have done it for content, right? And it would have been great. But yeah, I would consider you. So like, I would consider you an ambassador to Detroit at this point. Don't tweet stuff like that. I can't. No, I don't want to. Like I think I could do better at tweet like doing like halftime like tasteful videos, kind of like what Tim does. And I should have, but I was coddled, and I was in the fetal position on the couch for the first half. It was awful.
So meanwhile, that's all happening, and I continue to probably like. What are you guys feeling when I'm texting you? We're down. What was the score? 23. Was it 23-7? Was that what it was?
Halftime.
It's halftime 23-7, and I'm texting you the whole first half. I'm not worried. A lot of game left. Don't worry. Do you guys get annoyed with me when that happens? Are you like, John's too optimistic?
I do get annoyed. Like, so I wasn't annoyed because I was with you in the beginning. But when you say stuff like that, when the Texans got the ball at half, that annoyed me.
So hear me out, dude. Then we throw the pick. So then we got the pick, and that clip was unbelievable, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Dan Campbell, right? Like they're showing the halftime interview. It's not live. I want people to understand that they make it look like it's live. It's right when he comes out of the tunnel, so it's a couple minutes before the half actually starts, and then they air it. And it's funny that the reason they even aired that now is because of the whole mix-up last year. You guys remember that? Where that lady was like making up halftime interviews.
Yeah.
And so now they have to like show it to prove it's real. And Dan Campbell was like, we need a turnover. I told these guys we had a turnover, interception. So that happens. I'm jacked. I look at Jody. I'm like, new game. And then all of a sudden we throw a pick right away. And again, I text you guys and I was like, it's okay. It's just like a punt. Like it's okay. It's just restarting the third quarter.
I would have John. That's exactly what I thought in my head. I texted. I have my group chat, my football group chat that I text as well when I don't want to just bombard you guys with my thoughts. I texted them when we threw that interception again, and I was like, it's only been 2.5 minutes in the third quarter. So and we're only down 16. So I was thinking the same thing, John. But again, I was constantly telling myself, dude, we got this. Interceptions doesn't matter. We're gonna be fine. All we have to do is just start running the ball and get in a groove, and it's going to be over. Next play, interception. Next play, interception. Next play, 3 and out. Next play, they stuff us. And I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, figure it out. Do something. And then when we come into halftime, and then he throws another dude, I'm like, this is it. I'm like, I kept telling myself, we can win this game easily. We are not down by 40 points. Like we were a 2-possession game. It's nothing. And again, like if we weren't just turning the ball over, like I would have been a lot more comfortable. But yeah, that's why I was battling that, right?
Yeah, those are nights you can't have in the playoffs.
100%. And dude, again, I got two little stats for y'all, man. I don't have the exact number, but before that game, the record was 1 and about 452-1 for teams who had thrown 5 interceptions in a game. The record was one of those teams won, 452 lost, 1 tied. That record is now 2 and 452-1 because Lions are now a part of 2 teams ever to win a game after throwing 5 interceptions. Jared Goff is 7-0 in games he's thrown 4 interceptions or more. What is that statistic?
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Wait. Say that again.
Jared Goff is undefeated in games where he's thrown 4 interceptions.
So that is actually a lie.
Is that a lie?
Tyler, this went viral today. You and me both said it on our streams this week multiple times. Pat McAfee got caught in the same thing.
Wow.
And he quote tweeted himself and he goes, "Oh my gosh, this random like Barstool account made that up on his couch during the game and tweeted it. Aaron Rodgers shared it with the Pat McAfee show. Pat McAfee was like, "We heard that too. That's crazy." And then that guy says, "Look how easy it is to spread false information on Twitter." So I fell for it. You fell for it. Chat was telling me about it today when I was telling them about that.
The record
about the
is
stat.
real, though.
The record's real. That first stat that you shared was beautiful.
Yes. First one was real.
And I'm pretty sure it was actually crazier. I'm pretty sure that first one you shared is even crazier. We're the second team to ever do that. But yeah, the Jared Goff one is completely made up. Isn't that wild? I shared it like 20 times. I shared like multiple tweets. Pat McAfee fell for it. The whole world fell for it.
Oh, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, kind of. It is super messed up. But nonetheless, it is absolutely wild. I will say, before we get into this turnover-worthy play here, did you guys hear what Dan Campbell said today about the Texans?
No.
So he was talking about the Jaguars coming up this week that the Lions have. And in order to talk about the Jags, he's brought up the Texans. And he said, "Hey man, look, we're for some reason we're getting the best effort from every team. Look at all the games we've played so far. We're getting everyone's best. Houston felt like their back was up against the wall. They're home on prime time. They play their best game of the year against us in that first half." He goes, "The Jaguars are probably going to play their best game of the year this Sunday in Detroit."
Not with Mac Jones. I'm not worried.
It's how he's trying to motivate the team. I don't disagree. People are showing up to face the Lions. They want to beat them. They want to knock off who they think the top team is, and that's us right now. And so I love the motivation there. But what, Chris? You said you want to see it in the playoffs? Absolutely not. But if that's their best, if that was their absolute best, and we played our worst and we still beat them.
I mean, if they have Nico in the playoffs, it's going to be total. I mean, we'll have,
You could tell. I mean, Mixon was visibly getting frustrated on the sideline, because he couldn't run the ball. So, I don't think that was the Texans' best. I think it was their defense's best.
Dude, listen, their corners and linebackers were making some of the dude.
But Stroud had some really bad misses that game. Like he missed a wide open 42-yard touchdown
that we picked off.
And
like Aleem,
and Aleem McNeil, dude, he was just a game wrecker. Aleem McNeil and Carlton Davis and Brian Branch carried that game for us.
Agreed.
Like there was a drive where Aleem got 3 straight pressures on 3 straight dropbacks and got them to punt.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
He's a beast.
Listen, our defense played probably the best game they played all year, and again, we're without Aiden Hutchinson. We haven't lost even after we've lost him, which I think it just says so much about our defense, so much about our grit. And now we got Darius Smith coming back. He's going to be playing against the Jags. That's going to be electric. You already know I'm taking him for a sack. That's absolutely going to happen. And I mean, again, dude, we play hard, we play tough, and dude, give them even give them Nico Collins and give them Diggs, dude. I still think we win. I don't think their defense will ever play that good against our team ever again. I think
Diggs and Nico weren't the problem. Like they aren't why they're losing games. They're losing games because that offensive line.
Right. I'm just saying that even with I guess what I'm saying is the only reason that game was close was because of their defense. And if we were to play them 10 times in a row, I think that they would win maybe one of those games. After that,
they are the second-ranked DVOA defense in the NFL. So
I don't know. I just they were making incredible
plays.
A
good squad. Yeah, it's a good squad, man. They're a really good defense.
Yeah.
It was a fun game. I'm super pumped. I want to talk about the picks here. So Jared Goff threw 5. If you watch the game, the first 2 were tipped. One off a helmet, I believe, and one off a hand.
I think they're both hands.
Were they both hands?
I'm pretty damn confident they were both.
The
games.
third one was a Hail Mary last attempt, which again just
2 seconds
means
left.
nothing. The two he threw in the second half were pretty bad. Those are just bad throws.
Yes.
So what I want to talk about is this stat, like a turnover worthy play. So it's a PFF stat. And the two ways that they look at the stat are called big time throws and turnover worthy plays. I'm actually going to share the link in my chat. If one of my mods can throw it to one of Ty's mods or something in his, if you want to look at the article I'm looking at here, it's looking at both of those things right now so far. And there, it gives you all the math of how they view it, but it is as simple as you would suspect, right?
Right.
How many quarterbacks have big time throws, and then how many are making big turnover worthy plays? Jared Goff is not in the top 5 of either this entire season, including that 5 interception game. And using this metric of turnover worthy plays, CJ Stroud had more turnover worthy throws than Jared Goff did this game, despite Jared Goff having 3 more interceptions.
Well, I said that about Stroud when I talked about his regression to the mean this year, that he was going to throw more picks. You guys remember that?
Yep, 100%. So let me give you guys the top 5. This is through week 6 among 36 qualifying quarterbacks. And in order to qualify, you have to play at least a couple of games. So Tua missed some. Because he missed some, he's still number 1 in the highest big time throw rate, tied with Josh Allen at 7.7%. So 7.7% of the time, they are hitting a big time throw.
Oh, so that's a good stat.
That's a good stat. Yeah, that's a good stat. This is not turnover worthy. Kyler Murray is 3rd for big time throws. Aaron Rodgers 4, Derek Carr 5. Notice anything of the top 5 there for big time throws?
They're all losing teams.
Yeah, two of the 5.
2 of the 5 are losing teams. I mean,
are winning teams. 3 of the 5 are losing. Yes.
Yeah.
3 of the 5 are losing. Now for highest turnover worthy play rates. Number 1. Do you have a guess at number 1, guys? I feel like Chris should.
Play rates.
Does Jameis Winston count?
He might count, but let's just say no.
Okay, because I feel like he's already up there, which is kind of hysterical.
Well, it would be Deshaun Watson.
I didn't know if he counted either.
He probably would count, but he's not in there. Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So Anthony Richardson 1.
I feel like Sam Darnold's got to be up there too.
Tyler Huntley 2. After Tua went down.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Josh Allen.
Surprising.
Dak Prescott.
Okay, yeah, Dak's had to throw a lot. So Dak that's a volume thing to me, right? He's throwing at a 75% clip.
So
he was before he got hurt.
Just to put that into perspective, Jared Goff throws 5 picks in one game. We see how many picks Mahomes has this year. I don't know if he threw any last game, but he had 9, I think, going into last game, if not 10. You look at Sam Darnold, who I think is playing super horrible and just getting worse every single week. He threw a couple in the red zone last week. He's not on this list either. So just to give people perspective here, like the amount of people I saw absolutely trashing Goff for those 5, or trashing Mahomes for his 9+, however many he has now, you have to take into account why those picks are happening. It's not always the quarterback's fault. I would argue that 3 were not his fault, or at least 2, and then 1 didn't matter at the end there. So just wanted to bring that up. If you guys have anything to share about that, feel free. But I don't think that Goff was a massive issue that day.
I think it's an interesting metric, but I also do think a lot of things go into you making those throws, like game script, how often your team has to drop back. So while I think it is a helpful stat in analyzing potential future turnovers, I don't think turnover-worthy plays give us a ton of useful information.
I mean, look, I'm not going to say too much about the turnover-worthy stat. I will say that watching the Lions game, you knew that 3 of those interceptions, and again, I don't like people that are like, an interception's an interception. If you look at the stat, it's there. I think that's just so simple-minded, right? It's such a simple-minded. If a receiver drops a ball and it lands in the corner and into the defense's hands, is it the quarterback's fault, right? Those 3, like the Hail Mary doesn't count. Tip passes don't count. And what are you going to say? Don't throw the ball when someone's got their hands up? It's not like their hand was up and then he threw it, right? These guys are putting their hands up as the ball is being thrown. Their defense is making plays. So that being said, again, Jared Goff, first half, not his fault. 2 interceptions in the second half, abysmal throws. And yeah, I mean, one thing I loved about a lot of the conversations after was Dan Campbell. He's like, "Are you worried about Jared?" He's like, "Not at all." He's like, he was making the throws that we were asking him to make. Like we told him to, So it's like, what are you gonna do?
Dude, look at the trust they have in him, dude. I don't give a crap what the rest of the world. Look at the trust they have in him. He goes deep to Laporta on that play to get down to the 3-yard line. I mean,
dude, the things JMO did that game.
Yep.
JMO won us that game with those two catches.
Dude, he literally proved so much to the squad Sunday.
Dude, if you guys, some Lions fans know this, but if you're the average fan, like you might not know, he was dropping balls last year. I mean, very catchable ones, not hard ones, catchable ones.
Right.
And then he makes two massive catches in this game.
Like sticky finger catches.
Super fun. We are a sports show. We're not going to only talk about the Lions here, but that was a massive game. One of the biggest comebacks that we've seen. Not the biggest, though. I was there when the Lions set the record for the most points scored in the fourth quarter. To this day, it is an NFL record, 34 points against the Chicago Bears in the mid-2000s. But that was a great comeback. One last thing before we head into some of the games from this past week and into next week. Dan Campbell, did you hear what he said on 97.1 The Ticket today in his interview? He slipped up and said, listen, we have 11 games left. We have 11.
Slipped up.
I mean, the way it was reported on Twitter was like he did not mean to let the world hear his assumption that the Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
No, I think that's his grit mentality. I think that's exactly what he meant. I don't think.
Listen, either way, I love it. I love it
too.
That's my take as well, Tyler.
100%.
Like I feel like that's what he's telling the boys. He's telling the boys we got.
It's 100%. He's telling the boys. I don't think he necessarily wants to tell that to the media. You don't need that bulletin board material for Kansas City, or you know what I mean, or for San Fran. You don't need that. But either way, I love it, and I love that's how he's coaching because he's 100% saying that to the guys. Right. That's the expectation, guys.
Dude, you knew that in the preseason when they asked him what the goal was, and he said, "I want the whole enchilada." Like we've known what date he has circled, and it's in February.
And that's why, dude. And there's so much. I could talk about the Lions forever, but I heard that, John, and I thought when I watched it, I didn't think it was a slip up. I'm like, dude, I love this dude. That's what I thought. I'm like, I love this guy, bro. I love Dan Campbell. He's already, dude. Like, there's 8 games left. Like all the comments, 11. You mean 8? Dude can't count. And then I'm like, 11 is playoff. Like,
hey, 11 is playoffs with the bye.
Right. It's playoffs with the bye. I know.
Sick.
Dude, it's so nasty. I absolutely love it.
Oh, it is great.
He says sneaky.
All right, did you guys watch the Dolphins-Rams game? I was super sick, so I watched the entire first half and then some of the second.
Every snap, bro.
I thought the defenses for both teams played out of this world. I was shocked by both defenses, especially how good. Like Jared Verse is an absolute animal. I might bring him up later. But what are you guys' general thoughts on that game?
Dude,
Trash.
Trash.
So I've been following Stafford a lot this year, so I was a little bit concerned when I feel like all the analytic guys I follow and all the football nerd guys I follow said that Stafford's washed. So maybe I'm not like deep diving as much on Stafford as I should because I'm just watching him play, and I felt like he's been having a really good season, but Monday night was by far and away the worst game he's had this whole year. He looked awful. He was missing throws. They weren't getting the ball out as quickly as they normally do. He was holding onto it a little bit longer than he normally does. He's making bad plays. I mean, he had a couple picks. It was just ugly. It was an ugly game from the Rams from an offensive perspective. It felt like they never got in a groove.
I mean, look at Miami's defense. I look at that as like I think they just knew. I think Miami was planning for this game. They looked way more prepared, and they knew what they wanted to do, bro. They got pressure on Stafford several times, right? And they were on big plays too, right? Like big third downs, like third and short, and they would just send everyone. And the Rams weren't ready. They were never ready. Like I don't think Stafford. Like I don't know if he successfully threw a completed pass while being blitzed. Like with under pressure, he was just. You're right. He wasn't playing well. But again, I think that's just because like they weren't ready. They weren't ready. They weren't ready for the blitz. They weren't ready for the aggression. And I don't know if that's how Miami always plays, right?
Their red zone offense was awful too.
It absolutely was.
I mean,
they
I don't
get in the end zone.
I don't blame Stafford nearly as much as I blame McVay. I thought McVay called a horrible game. I don't get the play calling at all. I don't know how much authority Stafford has. He's never really been an offensive coordinator. I know he can change the play at the line. But I think it was the beginning of the third quarter, he marched it all the way down the field with his arm. And it's like, all right, keep it going. And then they ran it 3 straight times. And then I think they lost yardage and had the punt. Like it was.
And they also missed one of the field goals that would have really changed everything.
Yeah, it was just a brutal offensive game, but I thought McVay just looked kind of lost with his play calling. Also, hot take, I don't think Kyron Williams is that good. Like I really don't.
What do you even mean by that?
I just mean he's a fantasy running back in that he like the way DeAndre Swift was.
Breakout. I disagree completely. He has great breakout runs. He's got he gets in the end zone, in the red zone. Like he's got good hands. Like let me compare him to Breece Hall. Who do you think's better?
Breece Hall.
Disagree completely.
Breece Hall.
Dude, disagree completely. Breece Hall has absolutely no red zone. He's not Aaron Rodgers' guy in the red zone. He doesn't target him. And like if you don't target him, it's because guess what? Like you don't think you can get in, right? Or like you want to put the ball in the hands of someone else. I hope you guys are looking up stats right now.
I am.
Of course.
Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So his grade on PFF is 65.7 overall. He's tied for second in the NFL with 176 carries. And he has 3.8 yards per carry, which is tied for 46th.
Oh God!
So I would need to know. So that's terrible.
Here, John. Could just be a rough year.
So I would need to know.
My take is that he does okay fantasy wise because he catches a lot of balls, like you're saying.
I would need to know his success rate, so I can't find it. I need to find it, so I have to do a deep dive. I'll do a Kyron Williams deep dive for next week because I would need to know his success rate to really get a better picture, and I would need to know how many yards get blocked for him and how many yards he gets after contact. And then I feel like I could have a better picture. But it looks, from like these basic stats, it looks like he's kind of.
I think he's like Swift, man. Like he's in the NFL, so of course he's gonna be super athletic. He's fast. He does have hands he can catch. They give a lot of plays to him, and so he's getting touchdowns. He's getting your fantasy points. But every time I watch a full game of him, I'm just like, look at Mixon. Mixon did not have a good game, right? But you could tell that Mixon was a baller running back in that game against the Lions. Like the way he ran.
Down.
I know, but the way he ran, I just thought he looked way better than Kyron did.
See, dude, I don't know, man. Maybe they're just different style running backs, dude. I thought that, like, yes, you can see how, like, Joe Mixon obviously is a great running back, but dude, we shut his ass down. We were ready for those runs, and we scooped him up. He didn't break any tackles. We were ready for it. And like, again, I just don't think that. I don't know. This is all I'm gonna say on it because again, I don't watch a lot of Rams games, so I'm gonna wait for Chris to do his deep dive.
All right, last question for you before we go on to the next game. Are the Rams cooked this season?
I completely think that was a must-win for them.
Yeah, I don't know if they're cooked necessarily. I think maybe they can still sneak in, but the way San Francisco and Arizona are playing, and Washington, like it's getting real hard. The NFC wild card is you have to be a high win team even to make the wild card.
I'm gonna say Stafford still has it, but they're cooked.
Like, just count. Ready? So you got to have one. Yeah, you got to have one winner from the West. Okay. Falcons, Lions,
Vikings.
I'm just doing division winners for first. And then
go ahead and switch to the Falcons with the Bucks then.
No, what's the last one?
What did you not say? I wasn't listening.
I'm missing the NFC.
Commanders or Eagles.
Oh, so I'm gonna say Eagles. Okay, and then think about the teams that have the most wins right now for the last three spots: Vikings, Packers, Commanders.
Yeah.
So there's no way. There's no. I think the Rams are cooked.
Yeah, they could be. Let's stay in the division there. Cardinals, Jets, fellas. All three of us picked the Cardinals in a close game.
I was really proud of that take on all our parts.
It was not a close game. Spread was I think 1, but it ended up being a blowout.
Yep.
Thoughts? Did you guys watch it? I watched it.
I did watch it.
I did. Just terrible red zone. Terrible red zone. You know, like, what do? You can't put up points, bro. They look like the Steelers to me. They look like the old Steelers to me. But the Steelers have figured out how to score the last two games. Right? Russell Wilson's kind of cooking, dude. And boy, howdy, do I just love seeing. I just love when my take continues to take. Right? Which is that I think the Jets are one of the worst teams in the NFL. And you love to see it, bro. I wish Devontae Adams took his talent elsewhere, but if he wants to go down with that sinking ship. And what else did I say? I said he was going to swap one sinking ship for another. He hopped from the Raiders to the Jets, and he's in a worse spot now. I think the record's the exact same. I think maybe the Jets have one more win. So, like, what are we really doing here, bro?
I really thought Aaron Rodgers was going to do better against that pass defense, right? Arizona has one of the bottom 5 pass defenses in the NFL. And, dude, the Jets just look awful. They look awful.
Yep.
And there's no way around it. I know it has to do with like managing and coaching. Their organization is scuffed. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm learning you learn so much about teams and cultures within those teams and like what it looks like, what success looks like. And I don't think I was as dialed into the Patriots and the Chiefs as I should have been.
Yeah. Like culture-wise and just like the staff that they have and what Chris, I agree completely.
Just how everyone is locked in on their job and what they need to do to push this team to the next level. And when you take someone like Aaron Rodgers, who is a controversial figure, not in football, like because he's been amazing, but just in the things that he says and the way he carries himself and the way he leads, those have all been, Dan Orlovsky has called him out for that. And it's just like, you throw something like that into what you think is a talented team, and then it just implodes. Like, I don't know.
Yep. Speaking of culture, by the way, did you guys, I'm sure you didn't because the only reason I did is that I listened to sports radio when I was driving to the doctor today. But ESPN 1000 was talking a ton about Eberflus firing Waldron, offensive coordinator for the Bears. Keenan Allen was asked about it. Did you guys hear what Keenan Allen said?
No.
Keenan Allen, think about it, dude. Potential future Hall of Famer. Either way, top 10 wide receiver in this league for the last few years, arguably. Comes into the Bears organization and feels this way and doesn't mention it, at least doesn't mention it publicly. Maybe he did. Hopefully he did in private to the coaches. But basically today he was just like, yeah, well, Waldron was kind of too nice of a guy. He didn't hold us accountable enough. Starting in OTAs and training camp. He didn't hold us accountable. And, here we are. Like, think about it. What does that mean? What does it mean? Hold accountable, discipline, making sure what is that? Was people not showing up to practice? Were they not looking at the playbook? Were they running 12-yard routes instead of 10-yard routes? Like, what was happening? What was he not holding them accountable to? Either way, no excuses, but that's a culture issue. And then you see DJ Moore and what's going on with all the drama in the team. There's this drama that's there because there's a lack of leadership and a lack of culture. And you're right, it's huge. And clearly there's a culture issue at the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets, the Bears, and then not until 4 years ago, the Lions, right? Like, but we've changed it. And you want to talk about proofs in the pudding, man, right? Like, we pretty much cleaned house, had a whole new regime, and completely changed up like what we're gonna be about, and look what we've done, right? And then you look at the Jets are a perfect example of you can't just throw talent in there. You can't just put one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time on a team, give him Garrett Wilson, give him Breece Hall, one of the best, predicted running backs in the league. And then now he has Devontae Adams, and like, okay, here we go. And then look what happens, right? So they're imploding. So I mean, it's I think it's something that we should be paying more attention to.
Real quick, a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned to you guys that Kyler Murray's taking this personal, this whole Call of Duty thing. And look at him now.
I love it. I love
frying. The game comes out, he's playing better.
It is my favorite thing. Every time he does well, it's my favorite thing to tweet. He's not gaming right now, boys.
I love it. Last question for you on this game. Aaron Rodgers, does he hang it up after this year? If not, where does he play next year?
I mean, I definitely think
I saw this. Go ahead, Zach.
Chris. No. I was just going to say, I think I'll just be quick. I think he has too much pride. I think he'll do one more.
With the Jets?
I do think he'll go somewhere.
Give me a guess.
I don't know, man. Vikings.
Dude. I was wondering the same thing. The same path as Brett Favre?
Gotta be.
I think so. I saw a tweet that's because they mentioned like he got asked that question and he said he thinks he does want to return next year. And then someone quote tweeted it and it just goes, every AFC East team saying please. Like, man, it's just tough, dude. It's tough because he's always been the boogeyman. For Lions fans, Rodgers just did the dirtiest things to our team. And And so, I think the league is more fun when he's doing well. And I don't know. Sometimes you just got to know when it's over.
I think he comes back next year. And I don't think it'll be on the Jets. I think it'll be on the Colts, the Vikings, or the Dolphins.
Of those, I'll say Vikings is the highest chance because I don't think Tua's going anywhere. And I think the Colts, the Colts benched Flacco. They're going back to Richardson. So
Yeah, what's going on here? Sorry, I have something to talk to you guys about on that topic. Somebody wants to join the show.
Right now?
Gamer. No, I would give you guys a heads up.
Oh,
okay.
I don't want to tell you right now because anyways, but it just
Sounds good.
After. Yeah, I'll text you after.
all right. Sounds good, dude. All right. Let's go into the Chargers, brother.
Yes. Can I go ahead, John? Lead us off, and then I want to jump right.
You dive in. Listen, dude. I think the Chargers personally are ahead of schedule. I would say Jim Harbaugh probably thinks they're a little bit ahead of schedule. They lost a bunch of wide receivers, tight end. Their defense is playing out of this world right now. My question for you is, what are your thoughts on the Chargers, and what is their ceiling this year? How far can you see them going?
I'll let Chris start it.
The Chargers, to me, are a playoff team. Okay? They are way ahead of schedule. And I'll tell you why they are ahead of schedule. It is the exact opposite situation that you have with the Jets and the Bears. Okay? They have their culture head coach in Jim Harbaugh. I know he's telling that team who they need to be. They have a top 3 defense in the NFL under Jim Harbaugh, and that offense is efficient. I mean, they have red zone struggles. They're not the best offense in the NFL, but dude, guys, think about playing to the fans versus playing to your culture. Okay, Jim Harbaugh got rid, let walk, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, cleaned that wide receiver room out. Okay,
Eckler.
and then who does he pick with the number 6th pick overall? Does he pick Odunze? No, he picks Joe Alt, the best freaking tackle in the draft, to help protect Justin Herbert. Right? What do the Bears do at 9? They know their offensive line is sus. They go Caleb Williams, Odunze, and it's just a philosophy. Harbaugh's like, I want to build through the trenches. He knows what he's doing. I respect that organization so much now, and I'm excited for Chargers fans because they are turning it around. I think they're a playoff team. I really respect what Harbaugh is building there, and I think it is a blueprint for how to be successful in this league, right? Because you go and you make splash plays. Devontae Adams, right? Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Swift. Trash offense, trash culture, not a good team. It's so to me, that's what I'm most impressed about by the Chargers. I'll eat crow. I think I had them at 4 wins, 5 wins in my early season predictions.
We both had them pretty low.
And look at them, dude. They already surpassed that, and they're fun. They're a fun team, man.
I agree.
Johnston, dude.
Real quick, if the season ended today, excuse me, the Chargers would play at Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
Yeah, they would not. I don't think they'd win that.
Give me that game all day, though, dude. I would love that football game.
Dude, you know John would be on the phone with Jim. Right?
Oh,
they see Pittsburgh twice a year, every year.
All right.
100%.
Here's what I'll say, guys. Okay. Who the Chargers beat this year? I don't take away anything that their team is building. I don't take away how good I think Justin Herbert is. I'm not taking away, the changes that they've made and again the culture that they're building there. I think they're gonna be great. I could see them making the playoffs. I can see them losing in the first round. Maybe stealing a game. Okay. But they have beaten the Raiders, the Panthers. Ooh, they played the Steelers.
Lost by 10.
Lost. Ooh, they played the Chiefs, another good team. Lost.
Lost by 7.
Doesn't matter. The Chiefs don't blow anyone out. They played the Broncos. Oh, they won by 7. After a bye week, by the way. They played the Cardinals. Lost. They played the Saints. Week 8. Who are they? 26-8. Ooh, then they played the Browns. 27-10. Oh, they played the Titans. 27-17. What are we talking about here?
Let's
All
look,
right,
look at
I'll
their
tell
next
you.
6 games, Ty. You're absolutely right. Look at their
No,
next 6
listen,
games.
So
Hey,
you're,
Sunday night football.
hey, baby, listen. Your question, JB, was what have they hit their ceiling?
No, what is their
I-
ceiling? What is their
is their
ceiling?
ceiling?
Meaning,
You're
what's the
looking at-
farthest? What's the farthest you can see them going?
I could see them going to the playoffs, losing the
Losing
first
round
round
one.
against a real team. Again, maybe stealing one game and making it the next round. Look at this, dude. They got Bengals, Ravens, Falcons, and let's hope the Falcons step it up. Chiefs again, Bucks, Broncos, Patriots aren't a freebie right now, and then the Raiders again. So like, they could beat the Broncos, they could beat the Patriots. Their last 3 games are free, but their next 4, their next 5, some scary games here, dude. They might lose all of them. They might win one
You're
or
right.
2.
We're gonna learn a lot about them their next 6 games.
Them and the Steelers. We're gonna learn a lot.
And then listen, looking at and if we're talking about them, we're talking about what they've done, who they've beaten, and how bad they've beaten them. Right now, the Chargers are favorited. Look at who the Bengals have gone toe to toe with and what Joe Burrow has done. And I find that really hard. It's one of those things where you stare at the spread and you're like, how the heck are the Bengals getting a 1.5 points against this Chargers team? Like the Bengals went toe to toe with one of the best teams in the NFL, the Ravens. They almost won. So I don't know. It's kind of astounding to me that that's where that spread's at.
Chargers defense is legit.
Sure.
Their defense is legit. I love watching them. Herbert is one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch.
But what explosive offense have they played? Raiders, Panthers.
Yeah, and even the Chiefs have not been hot.
Steelers, Chiefs offense is terrible. Broncos, the Cardinals week 7. Like the Cardinals still
Careful
are,
with the Chiefs, dude. They have one of the most efficient offenses in the NFL.
But they weren't doing well the
Week
first few
4,
weeks of the season.
Week 4, Travis Kelce, I think, was averaging a reception a game, Chris, at this point. Okay.
Right, but Tyler, what I'm
And then
saying
they play
is
the
like
Cardinals, the Saints when they're injured out of their minds, the Browns and the Titans. So you're saying I'm looking at literally every besides the Chiefs, they haven't played a single good offense, not one.
Cardinals.
So, okay, the Cardinals again. The Cardinals are a little hit or miss sometimes. Okay, all I'm saying is, come on, guys.
Yeah, let's learn.
Right,
let's see.
I do think you're not
their stats, Chris. Right? It's like the Vikings
but you're
when
also not being fair. So like
I think we'll give them their flowers, but again, we're gonna see. Right, we have the Bengals right now. We're incredible. I mean, Burrow. What do you have? 5 passing touchdowns or something crazy?
The Saints just put up 20 against the Falcons and beat the Falcons, and the Saints could only put up 8 against the Chargers.
The Saints were playing perfect, lucky football. Did you watch that game?
New head coach, baby.
That game was awful. That game was terrible. The Falcons should have won that game by 1 million. The Saints got Kamara was playing like he was freaking juiced up out of his mind. He was exploding out of the backfield. It was crazy.
And they only put up 8 against the Chargers.
It's new coach fever. Coach, next week, they're done.
All right. I like a man that stands on his principles.
Say it with your chest, bro.
I will. I think the Browns win this game coming up.
Bengals.
No, the Browns against the Saints.
Oh, it'll be the Saints. Okay. Ooh, I can't wait to talk about that one. That's a juicer.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think that the ceiling for the Chargers, I think they could win one playoff game. I think they could be if it was against the Steelers, they lost by 10 earlier in the season. Harbaugh still getting used to this team. I think they'll be very competitive against whoever they play in the playoffs should they make it. But like Ty said, we're gonna learn a lot about them in the next few weeks. Justin Herbert, by the way, guys. Justin Herbert, super fun to watch.
He is, dude.
Starting to like watching him the way I like to watch Burrow, Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Did you see the clip of him and Harbaugh when they were in the red zone on like the 5-yard line?
Yep.
And they're like discussing the play, and he goes, pretend we're gonna make a pass, and he starts like going like over here, and then you come here, and then or you can throw the other way, and then they go in there, and then he scrambles in for a touchdown, and like they weren't ever gonna throw it. Like I love that.
Yeah.
So he's fun.
Super fun. It's super fun. The Minnesota Vikings, back to the NFC North, barely beat the Jags, who were playing Mac Jones at quarterback. But they do play the Bears and the Titans next.
Yeah.
Do you think the Vikings have a chance to win the North? Their schedule, guys, is so easy.
I don't.
Easy. They go Titans and Bears.
I think that the Lions will be in trouble to win the NFC. I'm not even going to just say the North, with more than 3 losses. So if the Lions go 14-3, I think it's their entire division to lose, because the Vikings are going to lose at least one more. They got some tough games coming up, but the Lions have a brutal schedule. Like we said 4 weeks ago, we'd be happy to go out of this next quarter 3-1, and we went 4-0.
Yeah.
So now, like as a Lions fan, you're like, okay, so now the next 2 weeks are must-win games.
Yep.
Because John,
Jags,
you're absolutely right, dude. There is no relaxing when the Packers and the Vikings are in your division. Even though I think Darnold is regressing, they've proven, just like the Lions proved, that they can win when he has bad games. So,
yeah, but against the Jaguars and Mac Jones, Chris, right? So I think there's levels to it. Dude, there's levels to it, right? You have Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, Madison. You have, again, Darnold was having a great year in the first half, right? He was popping off. And you go up against the Jaguars defense, and he throws 3 interceptions. They scored 15 or 5 field goals.
12. I thought they had 12 points. Was it 15?
yeah, it's 4 field goals.
It was 4.
Yeah, they won.
Did they have 15?
They won
it was
12-7.
Okay, 12-7. Thank you. Okay.
Yep.
Point being, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I can see the Bears.
Point being,
it's disgusting. I can see the Bears winning. Listen, if that's how they're going to play, if they can't put up points against the Jaguars, I can see the Bears winning by 14 from defensive turnovers alone in the red zone, and just pick sixes, fumbles, and if Caleb even gets anything going, right? If they can find Addison, not Madison, whatever, potato. All I'm saying, dude, I think I agree, Chris. Though we can't lose, right? It is time to keep our foot. This is a weird pun, but on the Lions' throat, right? And don't let it off.
On the gas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you don't you don't lift your foot off the Lion's throat until it's dead, because then if you do, it'll bite you. That's the thing, right?
Okay, yeah.
So
I've never heard that.
No, I didn't know.
That's 100% a thing.
I love that Tyler knows what to do if he finds a lion. I've always wondered. I just assumed it would look at my mane and just kind of respectfully walk away.
Okay,
is that a saying, chat?
I swear that's a saying, guys.
Chat.
Anyways, we're gonna win. We're gonna win these next 2 games. They're must-win games. I think we're gonna dominate. I mean, I'm ready. Yeah,
We better.
Definitely a saying. It is not. It is.
I never heard that one before too. I've heard keep your foot on the gas, okay, and then I've heard don't let your foot off of the Packers and the Vikings' throats. All right, yeah, don't
the
kill
line
them.
hey, listen, it's a thing. It's a thing now.
Listen, you can make it a thing. I'm nervous. I do think that I looked at that schedule a couple weeks ago when the Cardinals weren't as hot as they are now, even though we all like the Cardinals for most of the year. The Seahawks, still, you never know which Seahawks team is going to show up. So it's not like it's easy. The Vikings, next 2 games,
all those quarterbacks are going to struggle against that defense.
Against the Vikings defense? 100% agree. But beating the Packers, beating the Seahawks, beating the Cardinals, and then beating us is definitely not easy. So they do have a nicer schedule than we do, though. We'll see. I still like the Lions a lot to win the North, but like Ty said, man, keep your foot on that Lion's throat, brother.
Okay. All right. I'm realizing it's not good. It's not good. My bad.
My pneumonia's kicking in. I'm glad we have another hour and 10 minutes. I'm having so much fun. I am having fun. I love you guys. I just feel like I got hit by a truck.
Thanks.
You're welcome, brother. Let's go to the Chicago Bears.
Bears.
You guys have 30 seconds. If you have a detailed plan, that's fine. If you're just going to motivate, that's fine too. I'm actually very curious at which one Ty's going to do. You have 30 seconds to fix the Chicago Bears.
Okay, hold on. Let me start a timer.
Who's going first?
You can go.
I got it. Ready?
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, get rid of Eberflus. I don't know how we got there to begin with. It's disgusting. Fire the you know what? Maybe keep the defensive coordinator. He's all right. He's obviously doing something right. Let's get a veteran quarterback for the next couple of years, maybe 2 to 3. Get Caleb Williams, study behind him, right? And then the next couple of drafts, actually get an offensive line and maybe get a running back that is a little bit more consistent and stronger than DeAndre Swift, because for some reason he's just kind of been fading ever since he was let go from the Eagles and picked up by the Bears. That's it. Boom.
Tyler has fixed the Bears, guys. Give him a grade. A to D. We don't go lower than D here. D's get degrees. Does that fix the Chicago Bears? A to D.
I think it's a start.
What are people saying, Ty? What are they saying, dude?
Perfect. A, B, literally A, B, C. B, B.
All right.
Chicago resident here. A, C,
All
B
right.
plus, A, B.
There you go,
Toxic
dude.
Joel says, hell no. I'll just ban him. I like it. Someone said C, Bears can't be fixed. I love that one.
That one is funny.
You got a B from my chat.
I love it. I'll
Nice
take
job.
it,
You got 3 C's and a D from mine, but what do they know? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, they don't know anything. They're
Listen.
Bears fans. They're
Yeah.
mad.
All right.
Come on now.
All
All right,
right.
Chris, you got 30 seconds to fix the Chicago Bears.
All right, you guys ready?
Born.
Because I believe in Caleb.
All up.
Okay, I haven't given up. I haven't given up on him. Ready,
Go.
set, go. Okay. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to clean house. You're going to fire that head coach. You're going to fire the defensive coordinator. You're just going to fire everyone. Okay. You're going to fire the GM, Pace, and you're going to get rid of the owner. You're going to get a brand new owner. You are going to hire Ben Johnson as the next head coach of your Chicago Bears, someone who can fix that offense, someone who knows something about culture. You're going to hire Bill Belichick as your general manager, someone who knows how to build a team. And Bill Belichick, the defensive mastermind, and Ben Johnson will fix the Bears.
Boom. All right. Bill Belichick out of retirement, huh? All right.
Say they don't do that. Say they don't fix it.
I mean, I think that would definitely be a great start. But do you think Bill Belichick and Ben Johnson would mesh?
Oh, bro, I'm just picking people who I think would be a good culture fit, who I think would fix both of the sides of the ball.
Offense and defense. All right.
Yeah. All right, give me one more second.
All right.
I'm ready. Ready?
All right.
Wait. We need grades for Chris, guys. Grades for Chris.
A
to D.
plus, B plus, C.
We got a B here.
Peter Parker says F plus, Chris.
Nice. Thanks, Jamie.
Immortal A minus, C plus, A, B plus, A, B, B plus, plus, C minus.
All right. Here we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
They're not going to sell the team, so we have to assume that doesn't happen. So first they fire Poles. He ruined it. He blew it. Too many bad decisions, even though he made a few good ones. You hire Ray Agnew, assistant general manager for the Detroit Lions, knows how to draft. He's your guy. You fire Eberflus and everyone else. You hire Ben Johnson, of course. You draft O-line. You sign a few O-linemen. You sign James Conner, who is going to be a free agent running back from the Cardinals for next year. And you get to work with that roster, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. That's good. I thought James Conner was
That's pretty clean, JB.
I like that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, he's going to be a free agent, in my opinion. Him or J.K. Dobbins, probably the two best free agent running backs available next year.
He's such a Bears running back, too. James, like if you think about Swift and you think about Bears running backs, like I feel like James Conner really fits what in my mind a Bears running back is.
Yeah. All right, A to D, ladies and gentlemen, A to D. Go ahead, give me the grades. I can take it.
A plus. Peter Parker, A plus. Rook, A. C. Toxic Jolt, C. Swift over Connor any day of the week.
Whoa, that's a drunk take.
We don't trust Toxic takes.
That's a drunk take.
I don't. A plus, A, D, A, C, A.
Nice job, John.
Wow, dude.
Good
B
job,
plus,
man.
B.
Hire me, Chicago.
Detroit Respect says F. Don't take my offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I hear you. Listen, it didn't feel good for me to say that.
None of us want Ben Johnson gone.
Why? But guys, I have a question real quick, and we don't have to talk about this for too long.
We can.
You guys can shut it down right away. Why is he going to the Bears? Why? Like, I feel like it's all I've heard.
No, anywhere. The rumor is that he wanted the Bears job because of their assets, because of their offense.
Yeah, like the thing that sucks is
why
like,
would he stay in the division? Why would he do that to us?
It's not personal.
Dude, it's about like you take the job. Right? When he's ready, he deserves a shot to run a program. Only 32 people get that shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you can't look at anything outside other than culture. Where's the good fit for your family? And does it have the roster or the vision of a roster that you think you can win with? Because a lot of times, a lot of guys don't get second chances.
And the environment. Like, I would never want to coach for the Cowboys.
Right.
I would, or be a GM for the like. If I'm a GM, I don't want my owner whispering in my ear what I need to do.
Yeah.
Like, let me take care of my job. You own the team, you promote the team, I'll build the team.
I love that.
Yeah, it's definitely not personal, and it's just the dream, dude. Jody keeps asking me this, like, and I saw someone on Twitter today, a respectable person, so I was surprised they asked this because it's just not going to happen. You know, there's no salary cap on coaches, so theoretically, the Lions ownership could say, you know what, Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, we're going to pay you all three, and Dan Campbell, we're going to pay all three of you $20 million a year, and that would make them all the highest. I mean, that would make Dan Campbell a top 5 highest paid coach in the league. It would make the other two same, and by far the most paid offensive decent coordinators. But it's not always about the money either. Like, it's your legacy, man. This is their thing. This is what they want to do. You assume. I do think there's a chance that Ben Johnson just wants to call plays. There's a chance he stays, and then we lose our D coordinator. There's a chance. I think Aaron Glenn, absolute monster.
Oh.
Guys, let's do this, and let's go quickly here because I don't think it's changed much. Maybe our bottom 5 has changed more than our top 5, but I do want to go through top 5, bottom 5 before we revisit a couple of our picks from the year that we're most proud of and some that we're most embarrassed by. We don't have all of our picks here on paper, so we'll go through that, make our new mid-season picks, and get into next week's games here in the final hour. So top 5 power rankings after this past week.
I know who you got. You want to go first?
Yeah, I got it, dude.
Go 5 to 1.
5-1. Give me the Steelers at 5.
Ooh.
Give me the Steelers at 5. Give me the
Juicy.
Ravens. Give me the Ravens at 4. Give me the Bills at 3. Give me the Chiefs at 2. Give me the Lions at 1.
I like it.
Oh.
I like it. Chris?
All right. A little different than Ty's. Give me the Eagles at 5.
Gosh, I hate you. We're the same again.
Eagles are 5. Bills are 4. The Baltimore Ravens are 3. The Lions are 2. The Chiefs are back to 1 for me.
Hang on, I just want to say something real quick. Toxic. Let me just. You're a perfect example of just to make an example of real quick. He just goes, "How are you going to keep the Lions above the Ravens after they almost lost to the Texans?" And then says, "Horrible take." And the reason I'm going to do that is because the Ravens lost to 2 awful teams.
2 bottom 7 teams.
They lost to the Raiders and they lost to the Browns. They didn't almost lose. They lost. We beat a playoff team with 5 interceptions thrown. So that's why they don't move. And that's why you are awful at betting.
I love that kid so much, dude. I just want to give him a hug.
God,
he comes in and trolls you and I so much. And we just call him out.
All right. Sorry. Good picks, Chris.
It's okay.
Thank
We
you,
can't.
John.
He needs to stop pretending like he can just be. He can just switch between Ravens and Bear fan whenever he wants. You know what I mean? It's absolutely wild. He's a Chicago fan. He actually likes the Bears more than he likes the Ravens. I'm going Eagles 5. Chris, we had the exact same top 5 2 weeks in a row. Almost.
No way.
Almost.
I'm guessing you didn't move the Lions.
Eagles 5, Bills 4, Ravens 3, Chiefs 2, Lions 1. And listen, the Lions are staying 1 until they lose another game. The Chiefs also should have lost. Like, come on, what are we doing here?
They should have lost that game.
What are we
The
doing
Chiefs
here?
Dude, I don't disagree. I think I'm just done picking against Mahomes until they lose.
Yeah, it's insane. All right, bottom 5, guys. Bottom 5. Our bottom 5s have shuffled so much in the last few weeks.
This is getting so difficult to do. It's getting so difficult because there's just a lot of really bad teams. So
I think it's pretty easy. I can literally I could sit here and say that the teams that are literally with 2 wins are good enough to be the bottom 5 in that order. Like, maybe move the Cowboys there now because they're done without Dak, right? So
you think?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, let's be real here. It's bad. It's not good. So, I mean, you gotta. Dude, I don't even know the order because they're really just all so terrible. We really have to do the order. Give me. Okay, I'm gonna put the Jets there because I just don't like them again. So, Jets at 28. Jets at 28. No, okay. Cowboys at 28. Jets 29. Browns 30.
Told you it's hard.
It's easy for me.
Raiders 31, Giants 32.
Did you have the Panthers out of yours now?
I do. Panthers on a 2-game win streak, bro.
I have them out of mine too.
Bryce Young, let's go. Come on, dude. First time winning a two games and let's go.
Looks like a new Q. Looks like a new QB, baby.
Dude, there are there are hype videos right now that the Panthers are going to upset the Chiefs, and I'm here for it, bro.
When do they play?
Right? They play them, right?
Not this week.
Oh no, not this week. But tell me they play them.
I don't. Why would they?
Wait, what'd you say, Ty? Who's playing?
Hang on. Do they play the Chiefs?
There's no way. Yeah.
Oh,
On November 24th. On November 24th. Oh, juice us up, dude.
Bro, so the Panthers don't play this week. So the Panthers are coming off of a bye week, and then they play the Chiefs, bro. Imagine Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard. Chuba, great game against the Giants, bro.
I'm in Carolina.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm in. I might go to that game.
Hey, that would be a fun game to go to.
All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready, dude.
Yes.
You guys are not going to believe mine. I can't wait.
Bottom 5.
All right.
28. Give me the Cowboys.
Okay.
You know, they're going to be my only 3-win team in this list. But they just look cooked, and it sucks. So Cowboys, Titans, Jaguars at 30. 31 is going to be the Browns, and my worst team in the NFL is the Raiders, 32.
Wow.
I don't even have the Raiders in my bottom 5.
I mean, the Raiders, see, Chris, the simple fact alone that they upset the Ravens is going to keep them above, the Giants.
Which 7-win team?
It's hard, dude.
Skeeter says
awful.
putting a 7-win team in the bottom 5 is tough. He thinks I'm putting who has 7 wins? Do the Vikings have 7 wins? He thinks I'm going to put them in the bottom 5. I'm not going to put them in the bottom.
The Vikings are not in the bottom 5.
He thinks I'm going to say that. He thinks I'm going to do that because I listen. I've given nothing but love to the Vikings since week 3.
100%.
All right, here's my bottom 5, dude. 28, the Jets. 29, the Jags. 30th, the Giants. 31st, the Browns. And 32, the Bears.
No way.
The Bears are the worst team in the league until proven otherwise. I don't think they're going to win a game in the next 8. And I'm being dead serious. I don't think they're going to win a game in the next 8. 0 touchdowns in 2 weeks on offense.
This is it. John.
0 touchdowns in 2 weeks on offense. They fire their offensive coordinator. Who do they replace their offensive coordinator with? Do you guys know? The offensive coordinator of the Panthers last year. Care to guess what the Panthers' offensive ranking was last year? It was 32nd in every single important category.
Oh, God.
It is going to be worse than it was. They might not score another touchdown this week against Green Bay. And some Bear fans are holding on to some type of hope that it's going to be like a head coaching change. They're going to beat Green Bay. Dude, that game's in Lambeau, right? Right?
I don't think it matters.
No, it's home. It's in Soldier Field. It doesn't matter. They just got their asses kicked by the Patriots at home. Listen, the Bears are objectively not a bottom 5 team as a talented roster goes. They just lost to a team that has half as good a roster at Soldier Field. Now they have a new offensive coordinator with less than a week to prep. He just got hired like today. And they're going to be so bad the next few weeks.
Do you remember this happened last year, dude? Did the Bears fire their offensive coordinator with Justin Fields last year in the middle of the season? Didn't they?
This would be, I don't know. This would be Eberflus's 3rd offensive coordinator in as many years.
Dude, I am very sure
That is so bad.
that Justin Fields kind of had a little bit of a good game after they replaced their offensive coordinator because I think they just kind of let him play.
Yeah.
Like the first game. No, I'm saying that either Caleb, listen to me. I think the Bears are either going to win by 1 million next week because they're just going to let Caleb ball out and just have fun and run around, or what you said, John. I think that it's going to be a complete and utter collapse.
Let's play a game, guys. Okay, real quick.
Okay.
You and Chris get to answer the question as if you are Matt Eberflus, knowing that every player ends up hearing, whether they're texted it from their family, they listen on their Twitter, whatever. They all know what the coach says about them. You're being interviewed in front of the entire world as Matt Eberflus was today. Here's the question I ask you. Keep in mind, Caleb Williams, 1st-round pick overall. Eberflus, is Caleb Williams your starting quarterback going forward? What's your answer? Ty, you get a 1-sentence answer.
He's the only one we got.
No. Be honest. You're the head coach. You're in charge of inspiring the team and showing confidence. Is Caleb Williams your starting quarterback going forward?
I absolutely have faith in my rookie Caleb Williams to lead this offense.
Okay, Chris, you have one sentence. Same question.
That's such a stupid question. Unequivocally, yes, Caleb Williams is our starting quarterback. Kid, why do you have a job? Can you ask a better question?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Matt Eberflus's response today was, well, so far, for now, we'll see. Dude, it's so bad. And I'm paraphrased, but that's what he said. He gave 0 vote of confidence. It is so bad in Chicago. I'm telling you, they might not win another game. Your rookie quarterback, no touchdowns in the last few weeks. All you
Bears
need to
fans,
say
I'm
is,
so sorry.
yeah, we drafted him first overall for a reason. He's our guy, and we have nothing but confidence in him. We think this new offensive coordinator is going to shake things up, do things that help his strengths. It's easy. And he just threw him under the bus, dude. It's brutal. It's bad. The Bears are a joke of an organization. Until they sell the team and or fire everybody, it's over. They're my worst team in the league.
Wow.
Clip a whole version of that. I'll post it on TikTok.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think they're the worst team in the league, but that's crazy.
My
I
chat
just
didn't
put-
believe
John,
me.
I-
They looked
just
it up
put
just
2
now and they're
units
like,
on
oh my
Packers.
gosh, you're right.
I just put 2 units on Packers spread right there, bro. After that one, that's how much I believe in you, brother.
It's bad. It's bad. And
Bears
by the way,
40.
selling the Bears guys is not like some crazy dumb thing to say. McCaskey's very old. Most of their money is caught up in the team. And so when they sell, all her kids are going to get super rich and grandkids. So as soon as Virginia McCaskey passes, that is likely going to be the very first thing that happens. And she's very old. Rest her soul. She's an amazing, amazing lady. Don't rest her soul. She's still alive, but she's awesome. Okay. Does a lot of good work for the world. Does a lot of good work for Catholic organizations that she loves. I'm a huge fan of her, just not a fan of her football prowess, although it's helping us this year. So,
Okay.
all right, guys, let's go to Ty. How about you first?
Yeah. For what?
Yep. Our first pick 6 read.
Oh, pick 6. Yeah, I need the thing.
You can put it up. Let me know when it's up on your screen.
Oh, I can put the stuff up real quick, but I need the talking points. I don't think I ever got the talking points, guys.
Oh, okay. Well, I got you.
Love that.
I'll go first then. How
Okay,
about that?
Go ahead, Chris.
All right, guys. Everyone got their ads up?
Yep.
Ready to go?
All right. Sorry, Chad. I just got really excited. Hi, guys. Shout out to DraftKings for sponsoring the Blev Bros Sports Show. And do you guys know that there's a new app you guys can download? DraftKings Pick 6. You guys can see it right now on the stream. Okay. And I want you guys to think like DFS. You guys are playing against other players, not the house. You're playing against other players. You guys pick your favorite plays. Do you think they're going to go over? Do you think they're going to go under? It's a ton of fun. You guys, if you play make a $5 wager, you guys get up to $50 in pick 6 credits to keep playing. I don't know. It's fun. You could challenge your friends. There's a lot of really cool ways you could do it. I think it's going to grow. I'm really excited. So DraftKings Pick 6, code Blevins, by the way.
Use that code Blevins, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to our
Hell yeah,
awesome partners at DraftKings.
Hashtag ad, and we all love some PvP, dude.
Cheers.
We love it. Guys, listen, I'm having wait. This is a great show so far, by the way. We're not going to probably have time to go into every single game after, but I'm loving what we're doing here, loving the conversation, and my head's in the clouds. So,
Yeah, I bet, bro. Hang in there.
And you're like, and I'm literally not here right now.
no, I am.
yeah,
I am. I'm just like, my whole body is hurting.
We got you, bro.
Picks we don't have all of our picks. Next year we're doing this. We're going to write them down. We're going to have graphics. We were still in the middle of figuring out the sports show and all the legal stuff. So next year we'll be way more prepared for our preseason picks, and then we're going to be able to look at them probably every quarter instead of halfway through. But we do remember some of our picks that we made. So my 2 questions for you, and you can be thinking as each other are going, since I didn't give you guys this ahead of time, is the picks that you're most proud of so far. The 1 or 2 picks preseason that you made that you're most proud of so far. And it doesn't have to be a team record. It could be, mine are. It could be a player that you said was going to do really well. It could be anything. And then after that, we're going to do a pick that you are most embarrassed by so far
I love that.
from preseason.
dude.
I've got so many of both.
Yeah, for sure.
So my proudest takes are the Browns. I'm really, really proud of my Browns take, and I'm really, really proud of my Jaguars take. I said I didn't think the Jaguars were going to get more than 6 wins, and they're at 2. And that I had to fight John because John was really high on the Jaguars, so we kind of had like a back and forth. So that's one I'm most proud of. And my second, dude, the Browns. Dude, I got this was my first interaction on the sports show this year. I got blasted by a Browns fan because we said like, who are Super Bowl contenders? And I immediately clapped back and I was like, the Browns aren't Super Bowl contenders because their quarterback is terrible. And
Yep.
so I don't like, and then the person in the chat goes, they were a playoff team. And I said, they're not going to be this year.
Yep.
Like, and so I'm really proud of those two. Those are my two favorite.
That you're proud of. All right, Ty, you ready for yours?
Yeah, Chris, say it with your chest, bro. I'm proud. I am incredibly proud of my Arizona Cardinals regular season win take. I remember saying that I think that Kyler Murray in the second half of the season, when he came back and he was healthy and he was playing for the Cardinals, he had nothing to lose. They had nothing to gain by playing out of their minds. And Kyler Murray looked great. He looked great. I think he went over to the Eagles. He blew them out. He was just playing great. He was putting up points. He looked incredibly healthy, dialed in. And I said, and their wins were set at 6.5. Those of you guys who don't know, they are 6-4. So they need one more win. They're looking great. So that was one of my picks that I was super proud of. I also said that I think Aaron Rodgers was going to be terrible, or the Jets were going to be awful. Beep, bop, boop. Here we are. I might not have said that, but I'm saying it now. And then one that I'm very embarrassed about, and I will.
Oh, don't do that one yet. Don't do that one yet.
Yeah, we're doing that one later.
Okay, my bad,
No, you're good. We'll do it last. Dude, Ty, good call on the Cardinals, man. I remember you saying
Thank you,
that.
bro.
I told you I thought they were going to be good. I don't think I gave an over-under on wins, but I thought they'd compete. They're playing better than I thought they would already.
Oh, yeah.
So well done. The two that I am most proud of are the Saints sucking. So it's funny because Chris is picking his Jags sucking as something he's proud of that I disagreed with. I'm picking my Saints sucking as something I'm proud of that Chris disagreed with. Now, listen, they're turning it around, so they might hit that 5 or 6 win mark that Chris had them at. But they're kind of cooked. They traded one of their best defensive players, struggling with injuries. I think their season's kind of done. So I was proud of my pick about the Saints. And then I said that Washington was going to compete for the division. And I actually want to go back and find that clip because I picked the Eagles to win the division. But I said, don't be surprised if the Cowboys have a down year and the Commanders are competing. And they are competing. And that, by the way, that was assuming that Jaden Daniels was going to be average. Like the fact that he's playing at an MVP kind of level was not in the cards. I was not thinking that was going to be the reason. So that, I mean, they could win a couple playoff games the way that they're playing right now. So I'd say my Saints take and my Washington take are the two that I'm most proud of.
Nice.
Most embarrassed. Come on, Chris.
Okay. So I am most embarrassed by my Jets take. If you go back to the footage, I couldn't find my notebook. I was looking for it, but I had a really busy day. I'm pretty sure I had them at 12 or 13 wins in the preseason. And like you could kind of see the way my brain was working, right? I was like, they were 7-10 last year. Some other teams took a step down in their division. They get Aaron Rodgers back, right? And not much else changed. No coaching changes. So, but you just missed this glaring thing staring you in the face. Is Rodgers still him? Is the culture really good? Is it because there was toxicity in the locker room last year because the defense was carrying? And I don't know. I just feel like I had rose-colored glasses on, and I just made a terrible take. Like they have 3 wins. I had them at 13. They might be worse than last year.
Love that, Chris. Love that, and I'm glad you're swallowing your pride. You should have. They're awful, and they're. I think they always will be. I'm embarrassed because I said the Steelers. I think I had them at what, 3 wins, 4 wins, or 5
I
wins
think
or
we
something like that?
all had the Steelers at under 5 wins. I think we all did.
I had them under 8 for sure. I had them under 8.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because Russell Wilson these last 3 games, especially these last 2 games, has dominated, has amped up that red zone like completion. I don't know, man. They're good. They're looking good. And that Commanders game, that was a win. That was a tough game. That was a tough win. And wow, man, Russell just looks good right now. And you know who else looks great? Pickens. He is making
Pickens
some
he's fun as Dude, he's fun as hell to watch too. I used to hate him.
He did the jumping stiff arm on about for like no reason, and it was awesome.
Tackles that guy after the interception, just doesn't have the ball, just goes after him.
Oh yeah, bro. Give me So that's what I was. And you know, I'll own it. I'll own the embarrassment.
Well, guys, I'm going to share in both of your embarrassments because I had the Jets in the Super Bowl against the Lions. And Chris, I'll add on to what you said about the Jets. Like they were 7-10 last year, which means they didn't have which means they had an easy schedule this year, easier than you would think for a team that we think is getting Aaron Rodgers back. And yeah, and then you would have told me that they were going to get Devontae Adams. I'd have been like, oh, double down on the Super Bowl. And here we are. So I had them in the Super Bowl. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're a bottom 5 team. The Steelers, I also had winning 2 or 3 games, I think, because I just didn't think that Fields or Wilson were going to be able to do it. And I bought into the fire Tomlin from my good buddy T. Wills take there. So I will piggyback off of that, but I'm going to go a step further and say my most embarrassing is my take on the Vikings. I stand by why I thought they were going to be bad.
Same. I mean,
I had the Vikings at like 5 wins, I think 4 or 5 wins, maybe 3. And I just didn't, and it wasn't even because of Sam Darnold. I just thought that losing some of their defense, some of their best players on defense, I just didn't think they were going to be able to do it with the tough NFC North. And they are so well coached and so fun to watch that coaching staff go to work.
Yeah.
So my most embarrassed is the Vikings, Jets, and Steelers.
Yeah, they are really well coached, and I think I need to start thinking about that more when I do things like that.
Yep. I want to look. It's about halfway through the season here. I'm going to pull up our partner DraftKings and look at some of these futures. You might remember who you picked preseason MVP, Coach of the Year, offensive, defensive rookies. We're going to pick who we think is going to win now. And we'll close this segment before we look into next week's games and hit our parlays up with our new Super Bowl picks, because obviously I need a new one. Because the Jets are not good. So hold on. Ty, are you pulling yours up too or no?
I have
everything
last year with my prediction.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, I'm pulling it up.
Just say the word, brother.
Just say the word. There it is. Awards. All right. Let's start with regular season MVP. I'll just read the top 5. Lamar Jackson's at -110. Josh Allen +350. Mahomes +750. Jalen Hurts +1,200. And Kyler Murray +1,500. You know what? For fun, we'll add Joe Burrow there +2,000 because he's playing out of his mind the last few weeks. MVP selection so far halfway through the season. And not selection, not who you would crown right now, who you would put money on.
I mean, unfortunately, I put my money on Jared Goff until and I think it's really funny that like right now he's right around CJ Stroud, Justin Herbert for MVP odds. And I think that's just so weird because like those guys have not had even close to what Jared Goff has done, right? All season.
If it makes you feel any better, Ty, on other apps, he is +2,000, same as Joe Burrow, same as Jaden Daniels.
See, but
and Herbert and Cousins is like +4,000.
So yeah, I am at +4,000. Jared Goff around +3,000. And the thing is like, dude, I don't care that he threw 5 interceptions in one game. Patrick Mahomes is +650 right now. He was averaging like 1 or 2 interceptions a game all year. Jared Goff went 5 games, no interceptions, 150 passer rating. It never been done before, right? Breaking NFL records, more touchdowns and incompletions. He has 1 game that we win, where we win on the road, and his MVP shoots down to being underneath Patrick Mahomes, who has had an awful year, like compared to what he normally like. It's I don't know, man. I look at that and I can't help but think of like just bias, like that's just wild. So I think Lamar's going to win it. I would put money on Lamar. Obviously, he's just so electric. He keeps drives alive. He keeps plays alive.
That offense is it's not just this year. They are on track to have a historic offense, like a top 1, 2, 3 offense of all time.
Yeah. So that is who I have as the MVP for the regular season MVP. My money would be on Lamar Jackson.
Tyler, I'm with you. My money would be on Lamar Jackson as well. Like watching what his defense gave up against the Bengals, and then just watching him go out and it's nonstop. Dude, the play where he ran up the right sideline, did a hezzy. He looked like a ballerina. I was like, how does he move like this? And he got all the way to the 1 yard line. It looked like he should have got 3 yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
In that same game, Chris, there was a moment where one of the defensive linemen was like right behind him, nipping in his heels. I swear, bro, it looked like it was a sack, 100%. He dives at Lamar. What looks like grabs his feet, and Lamar looks like he just. Have you seen Wreck-It Ralph?
Didn't he grab his helmet?
Dude,
like
he just glitches and just like glides off him and just runs for 10 yards up the middle. And I'm sitting here like, there's just no way. It looked like his helmet was gonna clip his head, or his helmet was gonna clip his feet, and he was gonna trip. And Lamar just glides and gets a first down for 10 yards. He does look different. I don't think there's anyone that gets it done like he does.
Yeah, I think he's like, that's who I'd put my money on right now. I mean, I know it's not a fun bet, right? Because it's not like super positive odds, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't even like sprinkling anything on like Josh Allen or Mahomes or Hurts here because it just doesn't feel like possible. I love Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is about to take off the rest of the season. And so there's some fun for me there. But dude, hear me out. Kyler Murray at plus 1,500 may be worth a little bit of a splash. If that team wins 11 games, he's not going to be plus 1,500 if they get to 11 wins. It's going to be way closer. And he's playing out of his mind. He's starting to play a lot better. It would have to take like you're saying, Chris, what the Ravens are doing is historic. So it would have to take some major regression on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, which I don't see happening. So
Or
for
just one
sure,
game where he throws 5 interceptions.
yeah, there you go. So for sure, the smart money is on Lamar. And listen, that's like a really, really good minus 110. Like that's awesome. I look at it.
It's not terrible.
I don't want to lose my spot here, Chris. Can you pull up some of the NFL games right now, just for this week?
Yeah.
Give me a team that's money line minus 110.
The Ravens are minus 175. Cleveland and the Saints are.
Saints are close with Cleveland. Yeah.
So Saints minus 110 against Cleveland.
I don't like. They're both minus. They're both
minus
minus
110.
110.
Yeah. That's all I needed. That's the point I want. I would rather put $100 on Lamar Jackson to win MVP the way it's gone so far this season than put $100 on either of those teams.
Correct.
I think that's a great way of looking at it.
That's great. So it's a smart bet, I think. Not betting advice.
Right.
So we're all on the same page there. Let's look at Coach of the Year. Excuse me. Mike Tomlin, plus 400. Andy Reid, plus 400. Dan Campbell, plus 450. Kevin O'Connell, plus 500. Jonathan Gannon and Jim Harbaugh and Dan Quinn, all plus 500. So kind of a much tighter race there.
I'll address the elephant in the room, guys. I don't know how. I think if you look at what the league is like, just the right, no one's talking about anyone else right now. Like, let's be real here, right? I'm watching the Pat McAfee show. I'm watching Stephen A. his takes. I'm watching anything and everything that comes across my feed, and I'm watching 5-minute videos. No one is talking about any other coach or any other system and historic moment that's happening right now. They're all talking about Detroit. It's all Detroit, dude. It's all Dan Campbell, Lions, grit. Like, I mean, dude, I just Coach of the Year, bro. I don't care. I don't care if the Steelers win the next like 4 games and have like, and even make like it's all wait, what we have overcome. Like, what do they look at, right? Because that's what I want to know. Is it this year?
So yeah, it's this year.
It's Coach of the Year, right? But like, let's look at the last 4 years of the Lions. What Dan Campbell's done every single year. I don't know, man.
Let me give you some perspective, Ty, because it's a good question. It's just this year. Last year would have been the year for Dan Campbell to win because he took the Lions team that some people thought they might win the division or play well. Most didn't. And he took them to the playoffs. That was the year for him to win. The reason he didn't is because Stefanski took the Browns with 3 different quarterbacks, including Joe Flacco, to the playoffs. So that's why he beat Dan. Last year was for sure Dan's year. He didn't win it. And so now you're more likely to see a Kevin O'Connell who's doing it with a team that people thought were going to have 5 wins, or a Mike Tomlin who's doing it with a team people thought were going to have 7 wins. But I still think you're right. I mean, he's plus 450, so it's not crazy to put your money on Dan.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Tomlin always goes, he's always 500. It's what he does. Look, all I'm saying is I think the Lions win our next 2 games against the Jaguars and the Colts, and the Steelers might lose their next 2 games. Steelers might lose their next 5 games. So let's really, really look at coach I think that if Mike Tomlin loses these next 2 games, that coach of the year is going to go right. And if that's all I'm saying. If you're looking at what odds are going to move the most, that's what I'm looking at.
Who's the number 1, JB?
Mike Tomlin and Andy Reid are both plus 400. Then Dan Campbell at 450. Then Kevin O'Connell, Jonathan Gannon, Harbaugh, and Jim Harbaugh, and Dan Quinn plus 500.
Now imagine if Andy Reid loses to the Panthers, like all these hype videos I'm seeing.
So I think that of that list, I think Kevin O'Connell is my favorite. At plus 500, like you said, like expectations going into the season. What other coaches have gotten out of Sam Darnold? Hasn't been this. So I'd say he's up there. But dude, the Matt LaFleur, no flowers, like miss me with that. Like dude gets Malik Willis, who looked like they tried to give a running back the ball as a quarterback in Tennessee. Then he gets to Green Bay. He's at least comfortable making some throws. They go 2-0 with Malik Willis. I don't even care who the competition is because he's never looked capable. And like keep their season afloat. All 3 of their losses have come with Jordan Love under center. And he's been throwing turnovers. That's not LaFleur's fault.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I just don't think he gets his flowers. But of that list, I'd say O'Connell's probably my favorite.
I like that. I like that you're different there. Ty, you said Dan Campbell.
I mean, I got to be a homer. So
if I'm looking at money, here's the thing, dude. Andy Reid's only plus 400 because they might go undefeated. If they go undefeated, he wins Coach of the Year. That's facts. As soon as they lose 1 game, that he's dropping from plus 400. I like Jim Harbaugh. I like a little splash on Jim Harbaugh. If they can win 2 out of their next 4 games and 3 out of their next 6, then they just need 1 or 2 more and they're in the playoffs. No one had them in the playoffs. I kind of like that there. And maybe Jonathan Gannon at plus 500 as well for the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals, if they win that division, how do you not give it to that guy, dude?
I'll tell you why.
Who took the bus? Who drove?
Yep. Yep, that's why. That's why.
So good. Make a gun to my head. Ty says Dan Campbell. Chris says Kevin O'Connell. I'll say Jim Harbaugh. That's mine.
Okay.
All right, let's look at offensive rookie of the year. Yeah.
These 2 aren't fun.
Yeah.
Nope.
This one, let's go. Let's
Jaden Daniels is minus 3,000 and Jared Verse is minus 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
then they were both my picks.
And even defensive player of the year is not fun. TJ Watt is minus 200.
Yeah.
The next closest person is plus 1,000. Here's a fun fact for you, though, because we're going to be, this just isn't fun. By the way, hold on. I'm going to get to this one, too. This is a true story. It's been a month since Aiden Hutchinson got hurt and ended his season. He is still 5th in pressures in the league. How crazy is that, dude? He was having an MVP season before he got hurt.
So much.
An MVP season before he got hurt. I do want to just get your thoughts on this one, guys, before we move on here. Comeback player of the year. Kirk Cousins is minus 120. Joe Burrow plus 250. Kyler Murray plus 800. J.K. Dobbins plus 800. Thoughts?
I mean, I like Kyler there. If we're looking at right, I mean, Kirk just lost to the Saints. Are we serious?
He's minus 120.
Yeah, I'd probably do Kyler.
What about Joey B at plus 250?
I mean, dude, if they lose to the Chargers,
the Bengals are just even if the Bengals sneak into the playoffs, and tell me if you agree with this, I think they underperformed. I think that they should be doing more than sneak into the playoffs. So yeah, I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't see that. And don't get me wrong, I get why he's up there.
Oh, certainly.
Oh, certainly. Certainly.
Certainly.
By the way,
Chris,
Red
certainly.
Wings and Penguins are tied 2-2 with 7 minutes left in the third. Rust does have a goal, as he does when he plays them. I'm telling you, he has like an extra chip on his shoulder. And if they win tonight and he gets interviewed, he's going to say locked in, locked on to troll me.
Oh, that's going to be incredible.
Which is insane. So I really hope that the Red Wings pull this out here. 7 minutes ago, go Red Wings. We're going to get into our weekly picks and then our Thursday night parlay and Sunday parlay. But before we do that, me or Tyler are going to.
I mean, unless one of you guys sent me the talking
Did you not make
points.
your real quick? Did you not make your video either? You didn't have to do your Instagram story.
I didn't have to.
Okay.
Or at least I wasn't told by Andre.
We'll carry it. There's no rule that each of us has to do the read. I don't think.
Oh, I love that.
I love that for us, dude. Let's go, brother. Come on now.
All right, let me pull it up. Let's go, JB.
All right, I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blevins Bro Sports Show is super proud and thrilled to be partnered with DraftKings. We've been partnering with them all football season so far. You can use code Blevins and check out this new app, DraftKings Pick 6. Again, use code Blevins, play $5 to get $50 in Pick 6 credits. We're talking daily fantasy transformed like you've never seen before. A ton of fun. Play against your friends, against other people. You know what? Most of all, have fun. Use code Blevins. And a huge shout out to DraftKings for being the real ones out there partnering with the Blevins Bro Sports Show.
Woo! W's. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored. Love you guys.
W's. All right, let's get into the week's games.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
And you know what? Since we do still have, we can actually go through all of them because we're going to spend more time on some than others. So we'll start here with tomorrow night. And again, we're not doing our parlay till the end, guys. I know a lot of people are asking about that. We've been on a roll, man. And then Chris gets cute with his little, over-under yards. You know what I mean? I mean, just stick to touchdowns, Chris. It's so much easier.
No, it isn't.
I know it's not. That was sarcasm. I told Ty, Chris, we were playing Fortnite like the day after it happened. And we were both trolling you a little bit. And I was like, Tyler, to be fair, if we knew that Lamar Jackson,
in 4 out of 5 previous games he got over 100 yards.
Chris,
you know that, right?
And Chris, and listen to what I'm about to say.
If you're not that good at sports betting, you can
just tell us,
okay.
dude. Just let us know. So if you would have told me, Chris, before the game started, the Ravens are going to throw for 400 yards, I would have been like, we're rich. I would have put $1,000 on that bet. Zay Flowers is for sure getting over 40. And somehow he doesn't. They just threw the ball to everyone else for no reason. Goofa goes, man, I feel so bad for Chris on these streams. Stop it. They gang up on me way more than I gang up on them. This is not the Thursday night parlay time. This is just the game in general, guys. Commanders, Eagles at Philly tomorrow night. Eagles are -3.5. Over-unders 48.5. What do you think?
Yeah, I will. I'll start us off, dude. I like the Eagles here. I like the Eagles to cover. That being, I think the Eagles just went against a absolute flat and boring Dallas Cowboys team. They were rested in the fourth quarter. I think some of them even sat towards the end of the third. So Jalen Hurts, your dogs, they're rested. They got more rest time than anyone else. They weren't playing a physical game. And I really do feel like, especially after talking with Kurt, a lot of things I remember is tough games. They carry over, man, right? And you feel that hurt. And I think that they're going to be fresh. And then you have the Washington Commanders coming off an absolute monstrosity, rough physical game against the Steelers.
That game was a slugfest.
It was a slugfest.
Good stuff, Ty.
I love the Eagles here, brother.
It's funny coming from you because you have been kind of anti-Eagles all year here.
I'm not anti-Eagles. I just, I call them like I sees them. And they're obviously they're playing much better now. Last 3 games have been, Nick Sirianni isn't being an absolute moron, going for 2 for no reason 3 times in a row. So yeah, I really do like I like Philly here. But again, anything can happen. But dude, my mind is telling me go Eagles. Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah. So this is a tale of 2 completely different teams right now, and besides last week's Thursday game fireworks, all right, where we saw like the Ravens and the Bengals just looking like actual NFL teams on a Thursday night, it's not easy to do. Like we don't always see good football on Thursday night. Do the Eagles have the 5th ranked defense since their bye week? Like they are starting to play really, really well. And I feel like that I give an edge to a team that does that on a Thursday. But they also kind of destroy the Commanders in almost every analytical stat. They're one of the best rushing teams. The Commanders give up a lot of rushing. They're one of the best red zone teams right now, the Eagles. The Commanders give up touchdowns the most in the red zone. So, like, it's going to take a Jaden Daniels miracle.
Yeah.
For the Commanders to pull this one off. I got the Eagles also covering.
Wow. I just look at it, and I kind of love Commanders plus 3.5, but the Eagles to win, which is a game I usually just kind of avoid.
All right, especially because, hey, it's a division game, so I could look real stupid.
No, I don't think you're going to look stupid. The Eagles are that good. The Eagles have not shown me, other than Sirianni and some of the dumb things he's done in some games and the way he's handled his interviews, on the field, they're a team I don't want to see. Them and the Rams are like the two teams I don't want to see, and the Rams looked awful the other day. So
it is in Philly.
I'm with you guys at Philly. Night game, minus 3.5. I kind of like the under 48.5. It just needs to not turn into this is a game that could turn out into a shootout with Jaden Daniels being able to run all over the field. Hurts can scramble. I just hope it doesn't for the under's sake. But give me the Eagles minus 3.5 and the under in that game.
Yep. Eagles
minus 180. Kind of a juicer to put on like a 3-leg parlay too. If you like doing a couple of less than minus 200 parlays to get you to like plus 200, that could be fun. Packers, Bears, noon at Chicago. Packers are 5.5-point favorites. Over under is a whopping 8 points less than the Eagles Commanders game, 40.5.
John, I think you set us up for this answer. So I'm just gonna double down. I already said I put 2 units on the Green Bay spread. Give me Green Bay here. Chicago's they're just drowning right now. They're flailing. It doesn't look good. They're firing everyone, not firing enough. Caleb looks awful. So they can't get anything going. No touchdowns in 2 games. And now you're going up against Green Bay. They're coming off a bye, and Jordan Love is going to pop off. So,
yeah, I got to double down on my Matt LaFleur take. Right, generally, good coaches do well coming off a bye because you do your self scout. Right, you look in the mirror instead of looking at your next opponent. Like, what are we doing well? What are we doing poorly? I think after a self scout against this Bears team, I think the Packers. Dude, they're one of the best turnover defenses in the league, going against a player right now who looks completely uncomfortable in Caleb Williams. So it's not just the offensive side of the ball because the Bears do still have a solid defense. Give me the Packers to cover.
I'm with you guys both. I like the Packers to cover, and I'm even down to tease it to minus 8 or 9. There's just, you cannot convince me. I know it's like the biggest rivalry in sports. It's definitely top 5. You just can't convince me that the Bears are going to be ready to get up here when they've lost their offensive coordinator. They're all getting interviewed like crazy this week. There's so much tension and drama in that locker room, and Caleb Williams has just not looked good since week 3 or 4. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Packers are going to smack them, and I actually kind of love the over 40 because I think the Packers are going to score like 30, and the Bears have to score 13, right? Come on. They're going to get some points, pick 6, something. But yeah, give me the Packers to absolutely hammer the Bears this week. And you know what? That is about what I think it would take. A slaughtering to your number 1 rival at home after losing to the Patriots, who are a bottom 5 team at home. That's what it will take for Eberflus to lose his job. That's what it will take for the Bears to finally fire someone midway through the season. Is a blowout loss to the Packers. Give it to me on Sunday.
All right.
Vikings, Titans. Titans are plus 6. Vikings minus 6 on the road. Over under 39.5, even less than the. Wow, they're looking at that 12-7 game the Vikings were just in.
These are 2 really good defenses.
They are. 39.5 over under. What do you guys think?
I have this as a sleeper game. So we have the Vikings. Obviously, dude, just again another team that's, in my opinion, like they're struggling aggressively ever since the Lions game. 2 back-to-back losses against teams they should have won, and now they're going up against the Titans, and the Titans have scored 2 touchdowns on their opening drives, and the Vikings aren't great from playing from behind. Saw that last week. I like Titans +6 here. I think that the Vikings should win, but I can see the Titans winning this game, and I might even just big dong it and just have them winning this game. I might do it. Tennessee again, dude. Like who Tennessee was going up against? Who they play last week?
They got kind of killed by the Chargers.
But the Chargers
as the
have
game
incredible
wore on.
defense.
Yep.
And the Tennessee Titans have scored 2 of the last opening drives against the Lions and against the Chargers. Calvin Ridley is kind of a demon. He can pop off. He does incredible in the first half. So I don't know. I can see the Titans just kind of potentially getting a quick touchdown on their first drive, and then if Darnold does Darnold things, bro, like anyone's game. So that's
I got a fun bet for you guys.
sure.
Okay. And again, please, this is not betting advice, everyone at home. Titans offense turns the ball over at a 16.5% clip per possession, the 30th in the league. Minnesota turns the ball over 14.9% of their possessions, 28th in the league. These 2 teams are some of the teams that turn the ball over more than any other team, going against 2 of the best defenses in the NFL. I'm sprinkling both of the defenses to score the first touchdown. Just a buck. I'll just throw a buck on it. But
Who do you
dude,
like though?
I like the Vikings because I think they're a better team, but I don't like the spread. Dude, I don't like anything. I could see the Vikings blowing them out. I could see the Titans winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Literally.
I'm gonna say Vikings, but I'm not taking any spread.
Yeah, I will not be betting this game. If I were to put money on it, I'd go Titans money line, but I'll be picking the Vikings to win this game in our pick'em.
If I did anything, I would tease the Titans line. I'd go like Titans +9 or something.
I just think the Titans are bad on offense. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to do much. Calvin Ridley's a beast. I mean, he's a beast. Pollard ran the ball pretty well.
Spears looked good.
Yep, and a drive or two
Spears
there.
looked good on Sunday.
But the Vikings really, I mean, this is their time. This is the Vikings' time to say, we're for real again. We're going to clean things up. Sam Darnold can get us to the playoffs and maybe win a playoff game. So give me the Vikings to win, but I do not love. I want to see them come out and just like dominate a team they should dominate like they should have last week.
Yep.
Jags Lions. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the stat is that teams with double-digit favorites this year are 4-0 against the spread.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's so many points. 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but 4-0. The underdog. I'm sorry. The team that's
plus
favored.
14.
No, minus double digits are 4-0.
No, because they were the Chiefs were like -14 again, or they were. No, you're right. They were
-9
against the Broncos.
Yeah, so that's why it's a confusing stat, Ty, because a lot of the spreads that have been high this year have not hit, but apparently the double-digit ones, I'm pretty sure, are 3 or 4-0. So it's just interesting.
I would love to know who
Lions
I would love
are.
to know those games.
Let me see if I can find it here while you guys are chatting. Lions are -13. Over/under is a whopping 47, and it's in Detroit. What do you guys think?
I mean, again, I like the Lions to cover here. I do, of course, just because
I think you're going to see Lions versus Titans ×3.
Yeah, I think we explode them on them, dude. I think we get Lions. I don't want to speak too disgustingly, because it's somewhat
what's the over?
family-friendly sports show.
Ready? Hey, what's the over? Oh, the over/under is 47. We'll get 47. Take the over.
We covered that against the Titans. I think we do. I think we're pissed. I think we come into this game just like we did against the Titans, but now we have even, you know what I mean? We're angry and we're mad, and we threw 5 interceptions, and I think we just crush them. So
if they do any, like, I would be so surprised just the way our defense is playing. Zadarius Smith's first game for us. So we have a little bit of help on the edge to help
Red
out.
Wings win in OT.
Who scored? Who scored?
I don't know. Just 3-2.
Let's go.
Red Wings
Eat
win.
it, Rusty. Apparently, Rusty missed a breakaway 2 minutes ago. That breaks my heart. Love that dude to death.
Yeah.
He also
Give
had
me
a goal
the
also.
give me the line. Like if you made me predict the score, I'd say 45-10.
I like it, Chris. We're like 45-9, right? 3 field goals. No tutties. No tutties, no tutties, no tutties.
Mac Jones,
this is
by
a
the way,
game-
guys, Mac Jones is starting that game.
Yeah, I know. This is a game last year. Like I would be like, is this a trap game? I just don't see any way this Lions team makes this close.
Yeah, it's going to be Lions minus 13. You can even tease it to more if you want. And it's not really, listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. And this doesn't happen often because I'm just so diehard Lions and I watched every game when they were 0-16. By the way, Ty, you and I were at that game.
What?
The game that you and I went to in Wisconsin when you and I went to school together.
We went to the Packers game, right?
Yep, that was
Packers
the
Lions.
16th game of that season, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, boy.
That's what sealed the deal, dude. We were at the game where they lost their 16th game. Anyway, so I watched them no matter what, and I will be watching 98% of their snaps. I'm going to be going back and forth between the Bears-Packers game and that Lions game, like every commercial, just
Yeah,
checking
for
on
sure.
how that's going, because this is going to be kind of a boring game to watch. Ravens, Steelers, guys. Pittsburgh's at home. It's at noon. Can't believe they didn't flex this. It's okay, though. Classic football. Ravens -3, over under 48.
Give me the Steelers to cover. I like them to win. I think they're hot.
Wow.
I do, bro. I think they're hot. I think they have the defense to contain Lamar. The Ravens defense isn't spectacular. Russell is doing Russell Wilson things. He's confident. Pickens is on fire. They're doing a nice wombo combo, kind of like not as good as Montgomery and Gibbs, but Warren and Najee, they're getting the job done. I don't know, man. I could definitely see him. I could see him stealing this game, bro. I really can. I would like for that to happen. I think it will happen. So yeah, give me the Steelers +3.
Real quick, Lamar Jackson is 2-4 against the Steelers in his career.
Yeah.
I don't hate it though, Ty. At home too. What's up, Chris?
Dude, this game is. I think this is an interesting game. I think we're going to learn a lot about, like what I said. I think we're going to learn a lot about the Steelers in the next few weeks. So the stat that stuck out the most to me that I think is the most interesting is that the Ravens are the best team in plays over 15 yards and over 20 yards in the entire NFL. They have the most. Like, they are so explosive. Their defense is letting up the most 15 plus, 20 plus plays in the NFL. Now, they get stingier at like 30 plus. The Ravens defense does. So maybe Pickens doesn't get that 40, 50 yard bomb that Russ likes, but they're kind of the way to attack the Ravens is, dude, you saw what Jamar Chase did.
Yep.
Like there is a path.
Yeah, that was bad.
There is a path for Russell Wilson to have a good game and to do something none of us expect him to do, which is potentially beat the Ravens. Give me the Ravens in a close one. And I like the Steelers +3 more than I like the Ravens -3.
I was just going to say the
Yeah.
exact same thing. I like the Steelers +3. I'm not touching the spread in that game. I don't mind splashing. Like, I like to look at some of these games, take a Steelers +145, maybe a Colts +164, kind of parlay those two together. They're playing the Jets, and just kind of have fun with that on half a unit or a quarter of a unit. But that game's going to be a blast to watch. Man, if the Steelers can pull this off, it's going to be wild.
I think we're all having a different conversation about them next
Yeah.
week than some of the hesitation we've had this week.
100%. But yeah, gun to my head, give me the Ravens to win in a very, very close one. And if I had to pick a spread, I'd go Steelers +3. Are we all in agreement? Dolphins -7 against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dolphins look like they're ready to try and make a push.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have they feel like they can make the playoffs. The Raiders do not.
Mhm.
So that's a huge difference there, and they're at home. Rams Patriots, guys. Why would I not hammer Rams -4.5? No way Stafford comes out and has 2 ducks, and no way McVay's not ready to throw a little bit more down the field.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Same.
All right. Colts Jets. Jets -4.
I hate this game.
Oof.
Again, I hate all Jets.
Anthony
games.
Richardson is back in, baby.
I hate all Jets games. I hate all Jets games. I do. I think they're a trap. They've always been a trap, right? They were favored to beat the Texans. It made no sense. They ended up winning in a close one, and then the Colts and the Bills. Dude, the Bills should have blown the Colts back out, right? They should have. They got a pick six to start the game up. They were up 7-0, and they ended up only winning by 10. They were, favored -4, but again, it was closer than it was supposed to be. So I don't like it. I'm not touching it. Gun to my head, give me Jets money line, right? But I don't like Jets covering. And I'm not betting on this. That's what I'll say. I'm not touching this. But I might just have to say Colts. I might just have to bet against the Jets the rest of my life.
I mean, dude, I just kind of love Anthony Richardson coming back. He's going to have everything to play for. He's playing for his
chip on his shoulder.
He's playing for his career right now. It sounds,
but
by the way, it's stupid to say. He's younger than all the rookies that were drafted this year.
Home games for the Jets have been the lowest scoring in the entire league this year. 30 point. They're averaging 30.8 points in that stadium, and their defense is still number 1 against the pass. I just see this being such an ugly game. Like I could see it being 12-9 Colts. I could see it being 15-12 Jets. The Jets only have 5 passes the whole season of 30+ yards. They're the second, they're 31st in the NFL. The only team that has less are the Browns.
You know what, dude? Chris, that's so weird, dude, because that's what we know Aaron Rodgers for.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers is the deep ball king.
Yeah. And one of those 4 that they have is the Hail Mary.
Right.
Dude, I hate this. I think I'm just gonna straight up just from the feel. Give me the Colts plus 3.5, and I hate this game.
Same.
I'll take the Colts plus 4, and I'll probably pick the Jets in my pick'em.
Sure.
All right, dude. Here's a coin flip for you. We don't have to spend a lot of time on it, but just let me know what you're thinking. Browns at Saints. Saints are -1.
Talk about a toilet bowl. Just give me. I don't know, man. Give me the Browns. They're coming off a bye week. Jerome Ford's going to be rested. Or Chubb, sorry. And Ford, I think, both of them. So yeah, give me Browns here.
I'll take the Browns in this one with slightly more confidence than Tyler.
Give me the Jameis Winston revenge game. Browns by 1 million.
I love that.
Jameis Winston going into it means something to him, dude. I can't think of anyone else who has anything to play for in that game. You know what I mean? Just give me the Browns to win, and the Saints will probably kill him. All right, Seahawks Niners.
Give me the Browns to win, and the Saints will probably kill him. I love you, dude.
Niners are -6.5, over under 48. Do the Seahawks have any life left, fellas?
Dude, give me Seahawks plus 6.5 all day.
Really, Chris?
Yeah, a division game? 6 points?
I don't know, bro. CMC back in his flow, dude. Debo. I don't know, Jim. I like the Niners here. I think the Seahawks are proving that they're dog shit and they don't know what they're doing. You got all the weapons in the world and you're just getting smoked. Give me the Niners -6.5.
Yeah, I'll take the Niners -6.5 too, dude. I think they kind of kill them. I think the Seahawks their season's cooked.
But Chris, the only reason I like the Seahawks 6.5 here, CB, the only reason I like Seahawks 6.5 here is because it is this game for the spread to cover. I think the Niners win. The spread to cover, dude. This is contingent on if Moody is he out of his own head? Went 1 for 4 in kicks last week. Is he gonna cut? Because there's gonna be some touchdowns they don't get, right? Is he gonna score him 6 points? Is he gonna get him that 6? Is he gonna score the spread, cover the spread? Because that's what's gonna take.
Give me the 49ers to win this game and the Seahawks to cover.
Sure. If you parlay that together, you're a psycho, but it would be really fun to watch.
Thank you.
My buddy Goof does that all the time, and I'm like, dude, that's such a dumb bet, but it's also really fun to watch. Hey, I'll say this: if Kenneth Walker explodes like he was early in the season, the Seahawks could keep it close. But I like the Niners.
What do you think? Just don't you don't have to give me a percentage. I don't need the stat. 1 to 32. What do you think the Seahawks' success rate is rushing this season?
15.
Okay.
20.
They are 31st.
Oof.
They have they have a 32.3% success rate rushing the football this year.
Yikes.
So,
Yikes.
yeah, it's been the Geno Smith show.
And he's a beast. Like Kenneth's a beast, so they got to fix that.
Dude, Geno and Dak have been dropping back more than any other quarterback this year.
Guys, I just gotta say something real quick.
Yeah.
Pistons are riddled
Cooking?
with injuries right now.
Oh.
They were up all game. They went down 8, and there's now 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. They just had back-to-back steals, back-to-back threes. They're down by 1.
Wow.
They're a fun
4
team,
minutes
dude.
left.
They're a fun
Dude.
team.
Malik Beasley has 8 threes.
Yeah, he was hitting them yesterday too.
Crazy. Sorry.
They're good.
I digress.
How about this is a good game, dude? Falcons, Broncos. Broncos are -2.5. Over/unders 44.
I love the Broncos here. They're pissed about that blocked game. Kirk Cousins, Falcons are back on my fraud alert. You can't get anything going against the Saints. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing. You got Mooney dropping balls. Kirk doesn't look great. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like the Broncos here. I think Bo Nix is a monster. I might take his over on his rushing because he's just been scrambling, gambling. So yeah, give me the Broncos.
I'm hammering the Broncos -2.5. There is why not? Like, come on, the Falcons' offense is a shell of an offense right now, and that defense for Denver is amazing. Bo Nix is getting better every single week.
He's still a wild card. I don't agree with that statement.
Come on,
He's doing this. He's not getting better every week.
he just outplayed Mahomes, so you got to give him.
I'm not saying.
Go like
I'm
this,
not
Chris.
saying-
Go like this, and then go like this.
Okay.
And so, do you think he's going to go down a little bit, or just keep
But
going?
they are like, and the Falcons' defense isn't anything to write home about. Like Bo, I think
Nope.
Bo should have a good game. So again, I'm with you, but it hasn't been all roses.
Who are you taking?
Give me the Broncos, and I just got one stat for you
Give me
guys.
Alabama.
Give me Bama.
It's a heavy strength versus a heavy weakness. Okay, Denver has a +18 sack differential versus their opponent, tied for number 1 in the NFL. The Falcons have a -11 sack
baby.
differential, 29th in the league. So,
Kirk is gonna be getting cracked. is what
dude,
you're
you got one team protecting their quarterback and destroying the opponent's quarterback, and you got the other one not sacking the quarterback and not protecting their quarterback. So like this is a game it's won at the line of scrimmage. It's hard for Kirk Cousins to do everything. Like,
Can he
especially
do
if he's
one
not-
thing?
So and this Broncos defense is a little nasty, dude. So yeah, give me Denver.
I'm gonna be watching that and flipping between that and the Chiefs Bills here. By the way, just Ty, you did that. Did you see the Pat McAfee this week? What he got everyone to say on live television at the LSU game?
Yes.
That was so funny,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just
That was awesome.
sticking it to the man, dude. Oh my gosh. And then LSU gets whooped
Yep.
at home. All right. Chiefs, Bills. 325.
Here we go.
Bills are -2. Over under is 46. The under, by the way, -112. Overs
Listen,
-108.
Give me. I'm not even gonna overthink this, and I think if you stare at this game, you'll overthink it. It's quite simple. The Chiefs are undefeated. Give me the Chiefs. Give me
Wow.
the Chiefs +2.
Wow. Okay. I think that here's the thing. You look at this game, and it's just kind of simple. The Chiefs are a fraudulent 9-0,
Okay.
and the Bills are at home.
I'm gonna bet on history here, John.
Go ahead. It's Josh Allen's time, baby. Give me
I'm
the
betting on
Bills
history.
-2.
John, you're not. It's not Josh Allen. Josh Allen has a better. The Buffalo Bills have a better regular season record against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are just 3-0 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
So the
Ty said
Bills
that.
so you're actually, you're betting the favorite.
Yeah, give me the Bills -2 and to win that game.
Give me the Chiefs +2, and I might take out a loan.
So the Chiefs have historically lost to Buffalo in the regular season. I think if any team can knock them off, it's this one. God, I hate that.
Oh, Chris.
Chris doesn't
dude,
want
I
to
love
agree
you,
with me.
bro.
He doesn't want to agree with me. Look at
I
that.
know.
I think if
He's-
anyone could knock them off.
He's in so much pain. Do I agree with John or Ty here?
Dude, because this is the one I have circled. I'm so excited for this game. I love watching Mahomes and Allen play each other. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the underdog. Give me the undefeated underdog.
I'm telling you, bro.
Wow.
I'm betting on history.
All right, let's do something then, fellas.
Okay.
A little friendly Blevins Bros sports show wager. You guys are both taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the Bills.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, what can we do? Here's what we'll do. I'm doing a subathon here in about a week and a half.
I
And
thought you said Monday night.
no, a week from this Monday is when we're doing it. So not this Monday, but a week from this Monday. So we're going to be watching part of the subathon. Is that
Thanksgiving week?
yeah, part of the. It's a great
Jade.
game. It's a great game. What happened?
K just hit a 3, bro. On the oh, they made it a 2. Anyways,
Are we
Sorry,
winning?
Gills.
Are we winning?
yeah, so we're winning 2 by 2.
Let's go. We're going to be doing a Monday Night Football watch party here a week from this Monday. If the Bills win, you guys have to order the hottest wings from your local establishment and eat at least 3 on the live stream.
Okay.
And if the Chiefs win, I will have to do that.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, deal?
Yeah.
Deal.
Toronto just tied it against the Capitals. 40 seconds
go.
left in the third. Deal. Sorry.
Unbelievable. All right, no, you're good. You're good. That'll be fun. Can't wait to watch that game.
Can't wait.
I can't wait. All right, let's get to the
Yep.
Sunday night game.
Sunday night.
Bengals, Chargers. Chargers are minus 1.5.
Again, I touched on this one, and I'm gonna stick with that. Give me the Bengals plus 1.5 here. I'll probably take them in my pick'ems as well. Chargers have not gone up against a rolling offense once this year. They went up against, again, Kelsey wasn't even moving. They didn't have DeAndre Hopkins. I don't even think they had. I think Pacheco was out. I think this was one of their worst games, and they couldn't do anything against the Chiefs. Yeah, and they still lost. So give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals plus 1.5. There's no reason.
Dude, I
the
just, I know, and I hear you, Ty. I see what the Ravens, and I know the Ravens are the best offense in the NFL right now, but what they just did, that Bengals defense, like the Chargers can do half of that, and there's no way the Bengals are going to be able to do that much against this really good Chargers defense. Like they're not going to look that good against the Chargers defense as
You
they
keep
did
saying
against the Ravens.
Really good Chargers defense when I think that they look really good because they're playing awful offenses.
And we'll find out. We'll find out.
We will find out. I think this could be a
Give
huge
me-
exposure game.
Give me the Bengals.
If the Chargers were if the Chargers were, everything about them is the same. Head coach, everything, the whole roster, except they were in 28 other cities that had any semblance of home field advantage, I would take the Chargers in this game. But this game might as well be a home game for the Bengals. And so give me the Bengals. And I'll just take the money line. I don't need them. I don't need the plus points. But
Sure.
if this was in Detroit and they were a Detroit team with the Detroit crowd, I like their chances. But they're in LA. And there's just no one showing up to these games who are Chargers fans. It's sad. I feel bad for them. I feel bad for Rams fans. There you go. Give me the Bengals. All right, last one, and we'll get into our parlays here as we close out before I knock out. Texans at Cowboys. Texans are minus 7.5 at Dallas, brother. Over under is 42. Oh, I wish they could flex Monday night games.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think that Mixon, this is not going to look like how well we stop Mixon. I think Mixon's going to do some nasty stuff here. Dallas is trash. Yeah, give me the Texans minus 7.5.
I think Nico suits up here. I think the Dallas defense gives Stroud fits on Monday night.
Micah Parsons was fully back against the Eagles.
Yeah,
And they had an interception in the red zone against Hurts. Like it wasn't a blowout early, and I think that Texas lets them hang around much longer than the Eagles. So I'm not taking minus 7.5, but give me the Texans to win.
I'm going to similarly pick a blowout like I am for the Packers against the Bears because the Cowboys are the Bears. They're just in shambles. Micah Parsons is getting interviewed and saying dumb things. I predicted 4 weeks ago, 5-6 weeks ago, that McCarthy would be gone before the Thanksgiving game, and the only way that happens is if they get blown out here. So give me the Texans by 1 million, definitely -7.5. I do think Chris is right. Micah Parsons could have 5 sacks this game, but I just don't think it's going to matter because Mixon's going to be able to run the ball like crazy. Nico's coming back, I think. Tank Dell's been playing much better since the first 2 weeks of the season. And so is Mechie. Is that his name, Mechie?
Yeah.
Dude was all over the field against Detroit. So yeah, give me that.
Okay.
Texans -7.5. Fellas, let's do our quick parlays here. And one final DK from Chris. Let's look at tomorrow night's game. Commanders, Eagles. Same game parlay. The rules are no teasing. Can be a player prop. Actually, it has to be a player prop. And no teasing.
No teasing.
No teasing. Same game. 3 legs, same game parlay. # not gambling advice, but feel free to tail along.
Aren't we doing the read first, or are we doing the read at the end?
At the end.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'll get the images off.
There you go. Yep, sorry.
All right, Ty, what do you got?
Dude, just give me. Come on. I don't understand how it is still like this. How is Saquon Barkley -195 to get in the end zone when Jalen Hurts steals all of his touchdowns? Give me Jalen Hurts anytime.
Jalen Hurts -110 here on DK for
that's
anytime
crazy.
tutty.
That's
All right.
actually wild.
Bro, Saquon has that. Saquon's odds have been like better every. You know what I mean? That's every week. I don't understand it. Don't understand it. Oh, game tying tie, and that was a stretcher, dude. It's 111, 25 seconds left. 25.7 seconds left on the clock.
Whose ball?
It's Milwaukee's ball.
Dang it.
But dude, come on, bro, to come into Milwaukee and to hit, dude, they're on fire.
I love this
Pistons are doing
team.
something. All right, sorry. So give me Jalen Hurts anytime.
You know what, dude? I'm just gonna go all in again.
Oh god.
Hey, everyone, listen. Hey, fade me. Fade me if you don't trust. Guess what wide receiver is averaging 92 yards a game?
Devontae
AJ Brown.
Smith.
Or Devontae.
Nope.
AJ Brown.
It's AJ Brown. He now goes up against one of the worst defenses. I'm pretty sure I read today that Marshawn Lattimore is still going to be out. He's not going to make it Thursday, meaning that the Washington secondary has still, like, you can treat it like it's been. All right. Dude, give me AJ Brown over 82.5 yards. He's averaging over 82.5 yards.
Okay, so why take that?
Why not take his receptions at 5.5?
Hold on. Why take
No.
that, Chris, and not just 80 plus?
Get that in,
Why not just 80 plus at -125?
you said I couldn't tease it.
No, it's not. So it's not teasing. I'm sorry. The way that I look at DK here, AJ Brown receiving yards. I'm not looking at his over under. I'm looking at 40 plus, 50 plus, 60, 70, 80, 90. You can take any of those lines.
Oh, then let's do 80.
Yeah, I'm totally down. And I'm not saying you won't get 82. I'm just saying for the odds wise, -125, we'll
Sure.
take 80 plus.
Yeah, I thought you said we couldn't tease.
You know, so I'm not. Yeah, I guess technically it is a tease, but I'm not moving anything.
You're a tease, John.
Hey, baby, say it again.
Yeah, give me AJ Brown.
All right,
Dude,
and
he's getting targeted at 36%. He has a 36% target share, over 92 average yards. Like, let's go.
Yep. All right, Jimmy.
All right, get me to Terry McLaurin receiving yards and hit me at 60 plus. He's at -130. He's an absolute monster. And I think he's going to get way more than that. So I don't want to go to 70 at +115. Let's just go 60 at -130. That
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. Chris doesn't love it.
That gets us to play. Yeah, what?
Oh, you love it?
I don't mind that pick.
That gets us to
that
plus 500 right there on that same game parlay for tomorrow. For those trying to keep up, that is Jalen Hurts anytime tutty. That is Terry McLaurin 60 plus receiving yards and AJ Brown 80 plus receiving yards.
Also, just letting everyone know, we have been. I think we've hit 2 or 3 out of the last 4, and almost every single one of these parlays we are cooking up, we've only missed by 1. So if you're doing about half of a unit or a quarter of a unit on the parlay, and you're taking the individual legs, you'd be up.
You'd be up a lot.
Yeah, you're doing well.
You would be up a lot.
I always play the individuals and then put less money on the parlay.
Exactly.
Yep. Now here in between this one and our Sunday one, let's do that. Let's throw these up here for Chris. Pick 6, our partners here at DraftKings. and then we'll get into our final one here. Yep.
All right. Let me pull it up.
Pistons have the ball. 0.9 seconds left.
It's tie game.
Tie game. 111.
Let's
111.
go,
0.9
dude.
seconds left. They just called a timeout.
Am I
So they
am
have
I an
to-
asshole for wanting it to go to overtime so I can watch it?
No.
All right. Speaking of our DraftKings parlay, huge shout out to DraftKings. Thank you guys for sponsoring the Blev Bros Sports Show. We love you guys over here. Speaking of DraftKings, guys, they have a brand new app called DraftKings Pick 6. It's a DFS style pick'em game, right, where you pick 6 players to go over or under. There's certain props, and you're playing against your friends. You're playing against a pool of other competitors, and the money gets split. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. So if you guys download, it's a different app, Pick 6 app. Use code Blevins, wager $5, and you can get $50 of credits to play with and see how you like it.
Okay.
Shout out to
I think-
DraftKings.
I
Thank
think
you,
you'd be a fan.
DraftKings.
A little bit of juice is good.
Just a little bit of juice is good. All right, brothers.
All
you
right,
just-
dude.
you
Sneeze?
just throw up?
No, I sneeze, bro. I sneeze.
Dude, Ty, he goes like this.
Guys, listen, dude. I want you to understand how much of a champ I've been
Doesn't look
tonight.
good,
all
bro.
right. I literally
appreciate you
have
hanging
pneumonia.
in there, John.
I'm painful everywhere. When I cough, my stomach hurts. It's wild.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see John throw up off stream just
No,
now?
I didn't throw up. All right, here we go. Let's look at our Sunday parlay 3-leg. The rules are you can do an over/under, no teasing, and you can do a spread, no teasing, or you can do a money line that is less than -150.
Dude, you know what's kind of cheeky?
What's cheeky, brother?
I'm not saying I'm going to pick it, but the Ravens are 9-1 to the over. And they
Really?
they hit again against the Bengals. The line was 53 in the over hit. And now it's 48. 9-1. I just think there are a lot of better spreads this week. All right, I'll start. Give me the Packers -5.5.
Ooh, right to Soldier Field and the Packers -5.5 at -108. That's a juicer McGuicer.
I like
Got it.
All right,
Got
Ty.
it. Yeah, let's not overthink this one, brothers. Let's not overthink this one. Give me Miami -7.
Miami.
Can we tease it a little?
Nope.
Can you
I
tease
mean,
it
you
to
could do
6.5?
whatever you want, but
Okay,
you can't give the advice to
don't like-
tease.
But I'm going to. I'm gonna tease it to 6.5 because I don't like numbers like that. I don't like 7, 4, 3.
Right. Yeah, you like the half point.
I like the half point. So give me the Dolphins -6.5.
Tyler says no ties.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
taking.
no, I don't want because I could see him winning by I don't know.
I'm
I
taking
could see him
Dolphins
winning
-7. That's fine. And I don't know if you guys are gonna love or hate mine, but I'm doing a straight up pick 'em. Will not pick the Bills because you guys both picked the
by-
Chiefs.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
will
thank you,
take the
bud.
Broncos money line.
Let's do it,
I will take the Broncos money line.
boys.
boy.
I'm putting a juicer on this one. I got a bonus bet. So I'm putting a big bonus bet on this bad boy.
Chris, what does that get us to?
Plus 499.
Okay, so we gave you a +500 and a +499. 2 juicy McGoosers. That's the Packers -5.5. That is Chris's pick. The Dolphins -7. That's Tyler's pick. And the Broncos money line over the Falcons at home.
You guys are such suckers. I thought one of you guys would take Lions -13.
Dude,
No, come
I
on.
don't love including them. I really don't. I don't know if I told you guys. I was texting you, but I don't know if you know how big of a bet I placed. I placed a 5-unit bet on a 5-leg all afternoon game parlay spread, and I hit every one of them. Would have won me like $750 or $800. The last leg was the Lions -3.5, and I cashed out right before the game started. Not because I didn't think the Lions were going to cover, because I actually did, but I just wanted to watch the game in peace. It's just something about having juice on the team I love makes me not enjoy the game as much. So I cashed out and was in a very good mood.
Let's go, brother.
But listen, great show tonight, fellas.
Yeah, that was fun.
Seriously,
Great
great
show.
show.
Hey,
I'm
was
gonna
that
get
was that?
pneumonia
Did we
more
just
often.
witness? Did we just witness John's flu game?
John's flu game, bro, happening right now.
I've
Guys,
been
this was
freaking-
John's.
Dude, boys, I've been live all week. I won a freaking
is John's blue
NCAA
stream.
football tournament this week, and I have to go live the next 2 days. So unless I feel like hell.
I love you guys. Turn this Pistons game on.
Yep.
They just called the game was over. They challenged it. They said it was a foul because he was going to score. Shoot. I think they're about to say it's a foul, and we're shooting, and we should win the game off a free throw.
Just stay alive. Stay alive. Just stay alive.
Okay, I'm just gonna say live.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, same.
Oh, hang on. I have to mute the audio.
I'm gonna
Dang it, I
watch
wanna
it.
listen to this audio
I'm
so
gonna watch
bad.
it on Detroit stream.
Yep. Oh, isn't that nice, John, that you can do that? You're welcome.
I love it, dude. I love it.
He's gonna shoot, bro. Dude, the Bucks coaches and
Who's at the
Giannis
line?
are
Who's at the line?
pissed.
Not
I don't
Ivy.
know. I don't, dude. No, it's not. Ivy's out. I think this is his first season. I literally think this is a rookie. Here we go. I think he gets 2.
Oh no,
He
oh
almost
no, he
airballed
missed.
it.
He missed.
He almost
This is his
airballed
first
it.
game. This is his first game of the year. Chris, he's shooting over 50%. He has over 10 points. He's
You
dominating.
know what happens?
Hoppy,
You know
I
what
won
happens
it,
when
buddy.
you do
Go look
that?
at the
You know what happens when
website.
You do that on your second free throw. A lot of times you hit the back of the rim because you overcompensate.
Dude, this is the worst guy to
He's got to trust. Hey, he's got to trust his instincts. Just do. Come on, just do it, dude. You've done this your whole life.
Oh my
Here we go.
gosh. K with the rebound in overtime.
Double overtime.
Oh,
All
that's
he
so
had to do was
disgusting.
hit one free throw, brother.
Oh,
That is
no.
that is actually heartbreaking. Thank you, Husker.
I cannot believe that just happened. Okay, boys. Well, I'm going to go
Well-
watch this game on the couch, and then I'll text you guys.
Yep,
All right.
sounds
Hey,
good. Great show tonight,
bye,
guys.
stream.
Take care of each other.
Deuces.